Hey, bro. So,
You stream here? You fucking
you know
wild.
what I've been fucking jamming on lately, bro?
What's up?
Those fucking HEB sodas, bro. Those knockoff sodas.
Oh yeah, like the Hill Country Farm or whatever.
Yeah, dude. The ones with
Yeah,
the
they're
fucking
gross.
HEB brand, bro. Like the fucking Dr. P or whatever.
What flavor?
Fucking Wild Red.
Wild Red. That's just for Big Red.
Yeah, just
I
knockoff
always
Big
go
Red.
for the fruit punch or the grape soda, dude, because got that hood in me, man. I got to do grape soda.
Ooh, the grape soda, bro.
Yeah, I love grape soda.
I didn't even think
Yeah,
about
and we've
that.
been getting the studio ready, man. So that's always really cool. So
Look at
be
you.
able to kind of
Remember me
chat.
when you're on top, okay?
Hell yeah, man. I'm gonna when I'm on top of who? Yeah,
on
that was a
top,
bad joke. That was a
on top
fucking
of the
stupid joke.
bills.
On top of them bills, top of Benjamin Franklin, baby. All right. What is up? Welcome back. It's Sunday night. You're here with the Average Boys Podcast. It's your boy Crispy, and I am here joined by David from Adams Collections. David, what is up, my dude? My dude.
Hi.
Hi. What's been going on?
Bro, I'm telling you that fucking Wild Red smacks, bro. Sponsorship for HEB, bro.
Fucking what? Yeah. So how's your week, brother? How's it been going on?
Bro, so like it's been a pretty good week. So I got a lot of action on the business page.
Nice.
I guess with that Shinobi Valley or whatever the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
A lot of people looking for Mike Guy and Rock Lee and shit. So it's been good. Did an event
Oh,
with
it's they're bringing in the voice actors, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah. That's right. That's right. How do
So
you
a
feel
lot of
about
people-
it? Which one are you excited for?
Bro, I'm not going, you know, like just
Oh shit.
I'm not a Naruto guy, bro, and I didn't even try.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope the event goes good. I think you guys are gonna be there, right?
Yeah, Christella, the bestie, she's got her thing in, so she's gonna be a guest up.
I'm gonna be calling you like, how's it going, man?
Yeah, pretty much. You're probably gonna hit me up and be like, yo, what's up? So excited, man. Excited to see what's up. I hope it goes well. There's a lot of events that have been going on, and yeah, it is what it is. So
it's been chill. But how about you? You gonna share the big news with everybody?
yeah. So this past week, so I was working with a company a while back on video production and all this shit, and creative differences and just shit. Like the people that are running it, like they just suck at production.
Fuck
so
them
like
kids.
even right now, like they're just trying to like cope with the style that I was trying to help them with. And they're just trying to take that and run with it and act like they got some shit, but like they're not very good at it. So they need the help. They need people with experience in video production and film and photography and stuff like that because most of the shit they're doing is just bad. But it's like it doesn't have to be good, but you just have to be creative to make it work. And that's the problem is the person that's running it, he's not creative. So yeah, we got into some creative differences and problems and stuff like that. And I was just completely stressed out and just burned out with all the shit they were making me do for $10 an hour, dude. Like because I was on some probationary period. Like you bring in someone who's experienced and has like a resume of work shit that these people can't even get to yet. And they're gonna be like, well, we need to test you out. It's like, bitch, what are you gonna test me out on that you're gonna educate me on? You have to educate me first on something to be able to test me in something. So yeah, it ended badly. And I just I talked to a couple of my friends. One of the guys that I train with, he has a lot of family that are into entrepreneurship. And we just, we took a chance and I was like, yo, does any of your family members happen to have a small studio or a small office area that we could use to kind of like branch out from there and do more, like at least get more jobs and gigs, like, outside of that. And they went off and gave us like a whole like 1,000 square foot warehouse, like no, not warehouse, but like room that they used to run like small event parties in. And they were like, yo, you can do it in here. So yeah, man, they ended up giving us a fucking studio area and it's sharp, dude. Like we've been, dedicating a lot of time to just making it like, something that we really going to be proud of, like especially somewhere like a think tank. Cause that was like my big concern is making somewhere where for us, we can feel comfortable. We can spend a lot of our day there come up with ideas and concepts and pop them out. And then at the same time, bring in people that are like-minded and collaborate with them. You know what I mean? Like that's our biggest concern, like being able to collaborate with other. Brian, my dog, what are you doing in the comment section, my dude?
Hi.
He's probably at work, but good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. Yeah, the idea was to be able to bring in other like-minded individuals from the Valley to want to collaborate and work together. And it was super weird because on the way here today, on the way back home from the studio, Christella and I were driving in the car and we were talking about it, and we were actually blessed a while back to be able to work with Parker Games, which was this guy named Parker Coppins, who used to be part of the Disney Channel. He ended up moving down here and started making a place in Harlingen that was called Creative Conquest. And it was Michael Betancourt's the guy that got me involved with him. Of course, every business has issues or whatever. Michael Betancourt got us involved with him, and through, business-wise, even if it didn't work properly, we made some pretty good connections, and we got to experience something that we never experienced before in the Valley, which is a place that invited creatives to come and create. That's literally what it was. And on the way here today, I was telling Christella, I was like, you know what's real crazy is like, this is like our version of Creator Contest. Like we're creating, like today, we just set up like a lobby area for people to be able to come in, sit down and brainstorm with each other next to like where we edit and put our equipment together, which is right across from where we're going to be having our like photography and like set area for people to be able to come and do videos and stuff like that. So it's pretty awesome, man. Just thinking about having that opportunity to be able to do it. So really excited for what's to come. Last night, we are in the studio, and the studio is connected to a large club that's down here called MK's Nightclub. And during the night times towards the weekend, I know Brian just asked this, and I'll be able to kind of like fixate that right now, which is we won't be able to do my show, probably not your show either, because ours is Fridays and Sundays. And the club is open from Thursday to Sunday. And the sound is like, it is loud in there, dude, with the music and all that stuff. But this coming week, me and Caesar, who's my partner, are going to kind of like figure out a way to dampen the sound coming from one of the walls. And then once we get that settled, like we should be able to house in some stuff, but we still have to kind of like mess with it until we can. But the idea is to be able to, move the podcast over there, create a podcasting studio for us and multiple people who ever want to kind of like rent a spot from us and have their podcast on the go without them needing to purchase any of the equipment or the studio. We provide all that. They just come in, do whatever they want to do. We record them. We do audio and video. And then we say, here you go. Here's your footage and video and your audio all set. You guys have a good time. And if they want something from us edited, we'll charge them editing. But like, we want to be able to offer that as a service to people. That's the whole thing about this. So right now we can do during the week if it's pre-recorded or if someone goes live like during that time. But during the weekends, it's really, really hard because of the sound. So the sound will be the weekends will be dedicated to more of like our photography shoots or like any of the car videos or car shoots we're going to be doing with the club outside. But yeah, it's just, moving around, experimenting and doing stuff. Other than that, we already got projects lined up. We got like 4 or 5 projects already like set up. It's crazy, dude.
Nice.
Last night, like I said, the owners of the club, they came to us and they were like, hey, you guys mind helping us out in recording some stuff? And last night I went out there and recorded some fucking crazy video, bro. Crazy video. So we're using some of the equipment. We have a Blackmagic 4K camera and it records awesomely, man. Awesome. So yeah, did the whole concert last night. Exciting times, exciting to see all the people just having a good time. And yeah, it was cool. It's cool. And I'm excited for things to come. Nude portraits. Yeah, Robert, if you're ready. I mean, if you're ready, boy.
There's only so much magic the camera can do, right?
Yeah. If I ever need a model, I'm down. Sure, Robert. But yeah, man, it was super exciting and yeah, making a studio, making a brick and mortar studio with my boy Caesar and Sharpie Muscles. Alex is going to be in there with us and Christella is going to be helping us out, helping us get people in the door and yeah, just really excited and then working with the club. And then not only that, like the club's asked me to do some graphics design work for them, and I'm going to be doing billboard signs. So now my graphics design are going to be like, you know, my resume is just growing and growing and growing, and it hasn't slowed down, which is really, really good. So trying to make it to where like people can understand that even if you're just a graphics designer or someone that's doing it, like you can do some really cool shit, man. You can make a life out of it, man. So trying my best.
That's
But
good.
yeah, that's about it. The studio's the big thing. I got a couple of my guys. My boy Eddie Flores is one of them. He's on the fight card already. We got his fucking poster up. He got his ad ready to kick some butt, man. Getting my guys ready for a fight. July 22nd, South Padre Island. If anybody's going to be out there, you know, let us know. Ponce Martial Arts going to be out there representing, throwing down, kicking some ass. They'll be doing boxing, kickboxing and MMA fights. So it's going to be exciting times, man. Exciting times. I'm going to be busy, baby. Busy.
Good.
But yeah.
Good.
Other than that, nerd shit, man. Nerd shit. Yes, sir. What do we got going on in the pipeline? What's going on nerd-wise? What did you do? Oh, you know what? I know what you fucking did. I know what you did this past week. We're going to push that up right now. Are you ready for this? Fucking David watched Madam fucking Web.
Bro, it was fucking the worst.
Yo, tell me about it.
Oh, bro. It took me fucking 6 hours to watch that bitch, bro.
6 hours? It's not even a 6 hour movie. It's like an hour and a half.
I stopped and got distracted, bro.
You're like, I fucking fell asleep. I ate. I everything. Tell me about it.
Well, I mean, it was everything that you said it was, bro. Like, my fucking laptop died. I'm looking for the charger. So, long story short, bro, like, they were literally in costume for like less than a minute, bro.
Oh no, man. So like the whole like, of course, we all saw the same trailer, and the trailer made it seem like there was going to be like a lot of like superhero shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
And was it very much a superhero story, or was it like I heard a lot of people comparing it to like what was that old? Was it CW? Was it the CW that used to do a lot of like those Seven Heaven shows and shit?
I never saw Seven Heaven, but I thought it was more like a fucking like a Jason Voorhees, like the one dude's just trying to kill him, and they're like tripping over shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. And then, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the ending. Like, I just kind of just watched the whole thing. At the end, I gave up because I was TikToking, bro. But I mean, when I watch it again, no. But on the plus side, I don't know if it's gonna be considered a plus. I don't know what you think. I'm not sure if you saw it yet. But Sony was gonna do that movie for Silk, or the live action series for Silk, and they passed up on it.
Okay, so they didn't. They're not gonna do it.
Yeah, so they canceled doing the movie for Silk, bro, or the live action series for Silk. Sony's trying to find another person to do it.
Okay, so there's still a possibility. Oh, well, like a director or something like that, or whatnot.
Like basically they kind of like realized they fucked up with Madam Web and Morbius and shit.
Yeah.
So they're trying to push it like to somebody else, like another fucking brand, like Amazon or some shit.
So like being a person that's kind of like on the outside of all this nerd shit sometimes, like, and I know you do dig this stuff and you are like a real big fan of this stuff, but like being that you saw, of course, Morbius, right? And now you see Madam Web, and then you hear that they're doing a Craven movie, and then like Tom Holland or Tom Hardy's doing only one more Venom movie. Like he's already said, like, this is it. Like, do you feel like Sony should continue this, or that they should stop and give it all back?
They should definitely maybe go to the DC route and just stick with animations. You know what I mean?
But they got to bring in actors though, because the animations, like, yeah, like, what is it? The Spider-Verse or whatever, like that one does well. Like Into the Spider Web or whatever, like that one does fairly well when it comes to bringing in people to watch movies and stuff like that. And it's not like they're bad movies; they're really good.
Yeah.
But like you can't just continuously do that, like animation, and not bring in actors and stuff when you have like Tom Holland sitting on the shelf.
Yeah. Like
that's my biggest thing is like Sony owns Spider-Man, but they don't even have the rights to really make a Spider-Man movie on their own, because Marvel will not allow them to do it all by themselves anymore. Yeah,
they own like the idea of Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're not gonna let those people fuck it up even more than they already have. And I think that's super important because, like, Spider-Man is probably, if not, like, one of the most well-known Marvel characters, if not the most well-known character. And you just can't have them like just keep tearing them down and messing them up and tearing them down and messing up because they want to do shitty movies. Like Marvel has not been doing well, and I know that everybody's super excited. We just saw it in the comments earlier where like Deadpool's gonna go on sale tomorrow, the tickets, and I 100% think a lot of them are gonna be sold out. I think Deadpool's gonna be one of those movies that everybody goes out to watch, but it's just. I mean, I'm not in fear that they're gonna mess it up, and the reason why I say that is because I think Bob Iger and Kevin Feige, well, not Kevin Feige, Bob Iger more. He's the kind of guy that's like, hey, look, we brought in Ryan Reynolds for a purpose, and we brought this IP, like, and we're making him his own movie because we know he's gonna do good. Like, just let him do his thing. But like, it's like, but we all know that there has been some problems behind the like closed doors in Marvel with him because, of course, they wanted to add some of like that, you know, the things that they want to do, the check marks or whatever the fuck that they want to do with their films, because of the fact that it leads to the award stuff for the movies. They cannot be applied for those awards if they do not meet a requirement, which those requirements are now a part of the award ceremonies. So we know that, but I just don't think, you know, do you ever see the idea of like, even though you've seen the movies in the past, like Deadpool being one of those movies that should be a runner-up for an award?
I mean, it would be nice. I remember, bro, and I didn't think about how historic it was when Eminem won that fucking Emmy award, right? I think they won an Emmy. And I remember watching it, obviously, like with my parents and shit, and everybody being like, what the fuck? Because, you know, it was a rap thing and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it doesn't meet the requirements or whatever.
Yeah, but it was just very iconic, bro. But I think just given the track record of everything being very inconsistent, if it lives up to the hype, it's going to be good. If the movie bombs, which I highly doubt, but you never know.
I really doubt it. Yeah.
But if it were to bomb, if it were to bomb, it'd be the end. Is it going to save Marvel? I mean, it might not save Marvel, but it's definitely going to keep the interest going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to get people at least wanting to be involved in it, and
like I would hate. I would hate to be the person making the movie right after Deadpool, bro.
Dude, fuck yeah, man.
100%, bro.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, because people are dying on this fucking horse, right? That they're saying like, oh, dude, the best thing coming out of Marvel right now is X-Men and all this stuff, which I think it's okay. I don't think it's like the bee's knees. I think a lot of people are just being bamboozled by the fact that it's just like a lot of nostalgia berries. And they think that equivocates like skills and story writing. I don't think that equivocates jack shit. Like, I think, again, I think the show's been going fun, but fun is like, it's kind of like how we got bamboozled by Homeward Bound, or what's that fucking Spider-Man movie? The last one?
Which one? The fucking
the one where the ant dies or whatever.
Fucking No Way Home or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that one, like Home Run or Home Skillet or Home Plate or whatever they call it.
Skillet.
Yeah, I don't know. They have a bunch of home names, but they're dumb too. But like, it was like that movie. Like, how did you feel about that Spider-Man movie?
You know, I thought it was pretty good. I'm a huge. I respect Tobey Maguire, bro, but I'm an Andrew Garfield. Like, that's my Spider-Man, bro.
Yeah, of course. That's like me. I like Andrew Garfield.
And the thing is like, it sounds real shitty, bro, but I love when Gwen died, bro. Like, I fucking.
Well, I mean, because that's one of the most iconic moments in comic book history, and they didn't fuck it up.
No, like it was just fucking perfect, bro.
Yeah, they actually did a really, really good job on pulling that off and doing it right and stuff like that. But for the Homeward Bound movie, like, I wasn't. Yeah, I can't remember it. For me, it was one of those things. Like, it was good, but by all means, was it like a throwaway story? Yeah. Like, nothing in that story did any good in the overarching factor for the MCU. Like, nothing about it like did anything, even though it was a huge thing in the Marvel universe to be like, oh, the entire world's going to be affected by this. Like, it did nothing. And it was like, even the story itself was like just dumb, like just stupid dumb. Like, you're going to tell me that someone like Doctor Strange, who was there during like the whole Thanos initiative, was there doing all this stuff, like, that he's going to allow like a 19-year-old kid to come in and fuck a whole like spell up and destroy the multiverse with it? And like, come on, man. Like, and not only that, like, he didn't need to do a spell. Like, Doctor Strange, like him, being one of like the head neurologists in the entire universe, like one of the leading people in brain surgery and all this stuff. Like, you're gonna tell me that he couldn't just write a letter of recommendation for Peter Parker? Like, that's all he had to do was write a letter of recommendation, and boom, he would have been all right. Like, what college would have been like, nah, fuck that guy, right? Like, that's all he had to do, and he could have recommended all three of the kids.
Yeah.
And what Yale college is going to be like, nah, fuck you, Dr. Strange. Fuck you, man. You're only the leading scientist or the leading doctor in neurology or the top dog in all this shit. Like, there's no way.
Well, he also doesn't have like he doesn't conceal his identity, bro. So they know he's fucking.
Yeah, they know it's Doctor Strange. His fucking superhero name is Doctor Goddamn Strange. So not only was like he the lead surgeon in the world, the fucking dude saved the universe. Or you know what? Even better. Why didn't they just have Pepper Potts write him a letter of recommendation?
It's true.
Since she is in charge of Tony Stark's entire thing, the MIT school that he was going to is the one that they donated billions of dollars to in that one movie. And Pepper Potts, knowing how close Tony Stark was to Peter Parker, like, why the fuck wouldn't she just write a letter of recommendation? Like, why is it that it took a stupid spell? I guess, like, yeah, just for story, I guess, but it's a weak ass story. Very weak. But yeah, it fucks up the multiverse and all that stuff. I just feel like this movie, Deadpool 3 is going to be in that nature. A bunch of nostalgia berries. I really hope that so the idea is not Doctor Strange. Deadpool is going to be like a huge factor, like in the overarching like Secret Wars story or whatever. So like, I'm hoping that they're able to kind of like implement it into something crazy. Like, I want him to be able to like keep some of these characters and take them into Secret Wars. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, Madam Web sucks.
Madam Web sucks. Deadpool's gonna save the Marvel universe. End quote. Right.
Yeah, like I kind of feel it. I hope so. Like there's some things that, I mean, Marvel's been in the hot seat before when it comes to messing these movies up. So I just want to see how they're gonna do overall. But overall, Madam Web, what do you think? Part 2? Are you excited? Or
I mean, if they were to do a part 2, I ain't watch that shit.
You're like, nah, I ain't about that shit at all, dude.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it made sense, like, because I think the fucking pharmaceutical, the fucking paramedic was like the Ben Parker shit and all that stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he has a lot to play with it in the future. You'll find out and shit. It's just stupid as shit, bro. Like,
but who says that? Is it the Madam Web chick or what?
Yeah, the Madam Web chick.
Because she can see the future or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that why? Is that the corny part?
She goes with fucking Neo mode. Fucking
Neo mode? That's funny.
Fucking the Matrix and shit.
We got Brian. Brian hit me up a little while ago. He's already getting out of work, so he'll be home soon. So he'll be getting on also. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good show. But yeah, like I haven't seen Madam Web. I'm not even gonna jump on that shit because I'll fucking
don't. I did it just to see why, and nah, fuck that, bro.
Yeah, it's way too much. What else? So we also got Romeo and Juliet. Did you hear about this?
I did not.
So it got a lot of slack though, but apparently Romeo and Juliet is going to get a remake. And let me see if I can find the photo that's going around. This one. This is the one that was this is one of them. So it's going to be Tom Holland and another actress, right? So this is one. I don't quite get this thing that's on their face though, and he has one too on the other side. I don't know. Can you see it?
I see it. Maybe a future one. I don't fucking know.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because it's a theatrical show.
What is it, a Broadway show or what?
Yeah, like maybe it's a Broadway show. Theater lovers put their anxieties behind them as Hollywood star Tom Holland finally made his long-awaited return to West End last night. So the thing is all over the internet the other day, this picture was going around because apparently a lot of people believed it to be like that they were doing a Romeo and Juliet film. So like I guarantee if I go back to the Reddit post, it's gonna be like, there's gonna be a lot of slang at it and shit like that. But uh it's a lot of people that were hating on it because it was going to be Romeo and Juliet, and a lot of people think like, why are you gonna try to touch what ain't broken? You know what I mean?
Hey, sir, what's one of your favorite movies?
And that's the thing, like this, if they were gonna do a remake, I'm not gonna compare it to the old 60s or 70s fucking Romeo and Juliet. I'm gonna compare it to the Leonardo DiCaprio, because that fucking movie was a remake and like a retelling of the story, and they did it in such a fucking classy way that just made it so goddamn good. Like there's no way they touch that shit. There's no way they touch that shit.
I mean, I would give you shit for that movie, bro, but that's the one they show the high school kids, bro. You know what I mean?
No, they don't.
Yeah,
do they?
Yeah.
I thought it was the other one. I thought it was the 70s one.
No, I mean, in my high school, I watched.
Yeah, because I mean, they didn't show us that fucking cool one when I was a kid.
I mean, you're kind of older than
me. But I'm like 800 years old, though, man.
I'm like 750.
Yeah. Yeah, they showed us when I was a kid. We saw this one.
Black and white, or what the fuck?
Nah, it was a cool one. I still liked it. We saw this one.
Oh, no, that shit.
Yeah, and then of course, like this one is like baller, dude. Romeo and Juliet, Claire Danes, like they fucking killed it in this movie. I appreciate that movie so much. I tell people about it all the time. One of my favorite movies, hands down. Did you like that movie or no? You got to be fucking kidding me. If you don't like
that's a more modern one, isn't it?
Huh? That's a more modern.
Is that the one with the guns and shit, or is that the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, it is.
I mean, I didn't fuck with that one, bro. Like, I remember you telling me it was one of your favorite movies, and I was very shocked.
It's you gotta watch it, dude. Don't be shocked, bro. What do you mean?
I mean, I've seen it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's entertaining.
That's fucking nuts. You gotta watch that shit.
It's fucking entertaining, bro.
It's good. It's really, really good. But yeah, a lot of people are freaking out on that one, man, and I don't know why. Like people, I mean, yeah, I can see why people would be like, not my Romeo and Juliet, but it, huh?
The what?
Oh no, I thought you said something. I was gonna say like, I can see where people like, I guess like, since they made Juliet a black girl, a lot of people are like hating on it already because of like the momentum of all of Hollywood has been kind of like doing a lot of like race swapping characters, and it's the one that just popped off. I don't even know if you heard about this, but I'll put this in the chat because it's a good chat too. Assassin's Creed 5. I think it's 5. Assassin's Creed 5.
Oh yeah,
which is the Shadows or something, right?
It was the African American dude, and then something
Yusuke. Right? Yeah, Yusuke or Yusuke. You saw. I don't know the fuck his name.
I saw a small clip on it, bro. Just a really small clip.
What's up?
I saw a small clip about it, bro. That was it.
And that's what it was. A lot of people were talking about it because they're using Yasuke as one of the main characters of the show or the movie or the game or whatever. And again, it's a gender swapping character. Well, not really a gender swapping character, right? I'll ask you in that sense, like, do you feel like with them doing this kind of anime or this kind of video game that them bringing in the black character in history, like the most famous version, because there were several, one of the most famous characters in history, Yasuke, into the story of the first Japanese game in Assassin's Creed, because everybody was talking about wanting this game since like the beginning. Like everybody wanted a fucking Assassin's Creed, like samurai ninjas and all this shit for a very long fucking time. And they finally come around and do it, but they make the character a black person in the beginning, like the main character, instead of making him a primarily Japanese character. But the problem is, and the situation is, these people that are hating on that, this person was an actual person in Japanese history.
Yep.
Even though he was not a samurai per se. He was never a samurai. He was only like a squire. Like the Nobunaga kind of just had him around because he was fascinated by him. He was fascinated with his skin color, his size, his demeanor. But he was still nonetheless like not a slave, but a servant in a way, right? Mm-hmm. Like, how do you feel about this? Were you ever a big fan of Assassin's Creed stories?
Bro, I played the first one and I just could never really get into it, bro. Like,
Really?
I tried jumping in on Black Flag because I'm a huge American Revolutionary War person. Like I love that shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
that's my dream right there, bro. But what's it called? Yeah, I can see your screen still.
I know. Just looking through my stuff.
I was like, I'm a viewer. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm a viewer.
I'm a viewer. I'm one of those numbers.
I was trying to find the source so I could share it. So I can share the live stream.
But not, bro. What's it called? I think it's gonna be different because when I saw it, it was just a brief clip, and they were just talking about
Brian?
the whole.
Brian's in. What's up, Brian?
What's going on? What's going on? Can you guys
Had to hear you. Had to hear you.
Hey, the guy on the screen kind of looks like Brian if he had longer hair.
I mean, I'm a little bit more handsome than he is.
Yeah, Brian's got the handsomes.
Here.
How's it going, brother?
Good. Listen, I don't want to hijack everything. I don't want to take another 5-10 minutes getting to know how I am. I'm great. Just got out of work.
Good shit.
I just want to get what are we talking about?
So right now we're talking about, of course, Assassin's Creed 5 popped off this past week, and the internet went fucking ballistic because of the fact that they have a black character coming in as a main character with a female.
Yep.
The female wasn't so crazy, but everybody, of course, jumped on the idea of the black character. But my rebuttal for this is, but Yasuke is actually a historical character in Japanese history. How much they changed the story, we don't know yet, but we do know that he was not a retainer. He wasn't a samurai. He was a squire, right? So he was more of like, I guess in Japanese culture, that would be technically like a servant, not a slave, because the servants of that time were treated a lot differently than the way American cultures consider like the slave idea, right? And Nobunaga, when he had him as a retainer or as a servant, he liked him because he was fascinated with his culture, his stature, the skin color. He kind of treated him with respect because he wanted to know more.
Oh, so he wanted to appropriate his culture. I got it. Right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can't fucking like sugarcoat it. You know, Nobunaga was doing that back in the day too, because was the culture of the trade. They didn't know about everybody else in the world. And they saw this man, he had a different skin color. He was huge compared to these guys in the sense of body stature. And they just wanted to know more. It's understandable. But the thing is they had their classifications in prowess, how you stand in history and how you stand in the overarching Japanese system. So the thing is Assassin's Creed's always been like a game based on hiding, you know, being hidden in the culture. Like, how do you feel it would be knowing that this character is the main one and he's probably the most eyes on dude in Japan of this period?
I honestly, I don't think I would have given it that much thought. I don't think it's that serious, to be honest with you. I think David agrees with me. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, thinking like that's got to be. It's a video game, bro. Like, I'm not worried about him having eyes on him just because he's black and in Japan.
Look at that. We got Nico in the chat too.
Oh,
Nico. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yep.
Can let me see if I can switch. Yeah, put us all down here, man. Fuck it. That's good. That's good. Nico, what's up, man? Good to see you, man.
Hey.
So right now, Brian just jumped on. We're talking about them putting Yasuke in the new Assassin's Creed game, Shadows, being a main character. This past week, it blew the internet up. Everybody let a lot of their racism out of on their shoulder, and we're talking about how it's not cool, not fair, not this, not that. But my rebuttal to this was this person was actually a historical figure during that time period. So
I didn't see a lot of rebuttals. I mean, I saw the news and I saw a few people being like, "What the fuck?" But for the most part, I saw a lot of people saying like, "Who gives a shit?"
No, I saw a fuckload of people that were like, "This is stupid."
That's FYP, bro.
Yeah, I saw a lot of motherfuckers out there just talking like mad shit just based on the culture of it being like that they were kind of, I guess, in the factor of them doing this because it's not in bad class because, like I said, the character is a historical figure and Assassin's Creed does pull historical figures from history. But in the culture that we stand in right now, where studios are like gaslighting or pandering to a certain culture to add them into movies and films and stuff like that, and it be done in bad taste, like I could see where people would be upset. But the thing is, like I said, like this is in factor of what Assassin's Creed does. Like, this is what they do. My thing is, like, I don't know how they're going to pull it off, because if you look at any of the other Assassin's Creed characters, like, most of them are based on dudes that are, like, kind of like, you know, they're part of the culture of that country, right? And during that time, Yasuke was the only black person in feudal Japan that had a high rank in society because how Nobunaga had him. So how do you keep a character like that, like, hidden or in like a secret organization when all eyes are on him at that moment?
Oh, Jesus.
Do you get that? Do you get that idea? Does anybody understand this? Like, do you guys not understand Japanese culture? Like, a lot of people believed Yasuke to be like
it's not about not understanding. It's a fucking video game, bro. Like, who cares?
You gotta care, man. Like, it's one of those things. Like, like, I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed. I don't want it to suck. Like,
so why would it suck? Because there's a black main character.
it's not gonna suck because there's a black main character. It's gonna suck because it doesn't make sense. Like, you want the story to make sense. And all I'm saying is, how do you pull that off story wise? Like, in this moment, this person historically was observed by everyone in that country because he was such an isolated individual, because he's so different from the culture, where a lot of people were expecting to get like the main character to be a, you know, just a regular basic Japanese dude. That's been the argument of this whole entire situation. That was where the internet popped off.
But I mean, Assassin's Creed isn't. It's got multiple characters of all ethnicities as main characters. No, am I wrong?
No.
And
all the characters are all based on the country they're from. All of them.
That shit,
every one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of weird, right? So, like, again, during the time period.
Let me ask you what, because this is not historically accurate, I guess is that what you're trying to say?
No, it is historically accurate. That's the crazy part.
Okay. Let me jump in here real quick.
Yeah.
I think what Chris is trying to say is, it's Assassin's Creed. You're supposed to be there, stealth and all this other type of stuff.
Nonchalant.
That's kind of, yeah. The thing is, I'm sorry to say this, but you're the only black dude in Japan. And if you're the only one black dude in Japan, how are you going to be
a ninja? How the fuck are you going to be a ninja and then not expect you?
That's literally your job. You're a ninja. You're supposed to be stealth.
No, that's not a job.
Regardless of whether or not you're white, black, Japanese, you're stealthy. So who gives a fuck what your skin color is? If you're
yeah, but what he's trying to say is, like, you know, there's so many eyes on this one individual in the entire country because he's the only different person in the entire country. All of a sudden, now you're gonna tell us that he's a ninja, and no one expects this guy.
No one's gonna like expect him to be that dude. In fact, during that time and culture, people believed him to think that he was a demon because of his skin color.
Bro,
like, I'm not even kidding. Historically, they believed him to be a demon.
All of you
so you have to assume that all the people in that culture are going to look at him, and it's going to be the craziest fucking idea ever.
Dude, put it this way. Like, sometimes if you look different, even in a certain neighborhood, there's people that are gonna have eyes on you, waiting for you to fuck up or do something wrong, just so they could call you out on something. And now you're telling me that this one character in the entire country, possibly, I don't know, I could be wrong, but in the entire country, there's not going to be somebody waiting for this guy to fuck up, do something wrong, so that they could fucking do something about him, you know? And now he's going to be a ninja somehow. Like, dude, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure the guy could have been a fucking ninja, but they're just waiting for this guy to screw up so they can call him out on it.
They can call him out on it.
You know, like,
it's weird, man. It's a weird.
Like, I get it, and I really hope this game comes through and it kicks ass and it's fucking awesome.
It's got to make sense.
From what my sons told me, that Valhalla game sucked ass. They told me the Viking game was fucking horrible. Bad. And they're like, Dad, honestly, they should have just kept it with like kind of like Black Flag with the whole pirate theme, and just done kind of something along those lines, but with Vikings. But they said that they dropped the ball with Valhalla, and now I'm assuming they're trying to redeem themselves. Like,
with Odyssey.
You guys have not seen Beverly Hills Ninja, have you?
Fucking that's
a comedy, dude. What are you talking about?
This is a video game.
Yeah, no, but it's like, you know,
what are you talking about?
No, but
Chris
you
Farley
have to
was amazing,
understand,
bro.
like yes, it's a video game, but like I said, Assassin's Creed does video games based on actual historical representation of characters in historical times. Like you can learn history by playing Assassin's Creed.
I seriously think like if he's a main
Who's
character,
playing
like
Assassin's Creed to get history lessons?
No, you're not. You're not playing
Like
it to get
who the fuck
history
is playing
lessons.
this game to figure out the historical events that went on back then, bro? It's a
No,
video
you're
game.
not. You're not. But that's the beauty of this game. Like when you played the first game, like you had never visited like the giant church like in Europe or in France that the whole game's based on in the very beginning, but you get to experience it through the game.
But the character's ethnicity had nothing to do with that. That's just your experience in playing the game. Just because the main character is a different ethnicity does not take away from your point in what the experience of the game is.
But the thing is yes, it does in the Assassin's Creed because every character is based in that culture in that time in history.
So
except for
because
the fact of when it goes into like the Matrix shit, when it goes backwards and forwards. Because the thing is like all of that is like a codex that sits inside the body that the person's able to like jump into. Like all of those memories are transferred through a certain bloodline. Like have you guys ever played the Assassin's Creed stories? Like who's played it?
I played the first two.
one, bro.
Yeah. So you understand like how it like jumps through history because of the codexes, and they're looking for certain elements in time and certain treasures and stuff that the Illuminati
if I'm not
or some shit,
mistaken,
yeah.
he is going to be one of the main characters, like an
He
actual
is the main character, him and the girl.
I just never played the game giving a shit what the main character's ethnicity was. Personally, I'm sorry. That's just me. The game is cool.
That's
like the
that's
game
like
is
when
cool.
I read comic books, I never thought I was going to be a big green guy because I like the Hulk. Like I didn't play it for that reason. You know what I mean? I didn't play Tomb Raider because I fucking had triangle with tits or whatever. Like I fucking play the game just to have fun.
She's a legacy.
She's a legacy character. Leave fucking Tomb Raider alone. But no, like it's the same concept. But like that was the rebuttal from this past week, is a lot of people were kind of like combining it with like the what is it, the race swapping in certain characters in recent times, and I'm my rebuttal to that was this is an actual historical character. Like this is a person in history. There were people like that were saying that they would have preferred to have, of course, a Japanese character, but in this factor, this character was a member of Japanese history.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Look, now that you say stuff like that, like it makes sense of where you're coming from, but at the same time, I'm sorry to say this, and it might sound rude or disrespectful, but if you were to put another Japanese character, dude, do you know how many freaking games there are? It's like Rise of the Ronin. There's other so many different games. Yeah, exactly. They're like, what's gonna set you fucking apart from everybody else? Like this character, don't get me wrong, just because he's black, it sets you apart, and you're gonna follow his storyline or possibly like try and get a little bit of his journey, which is cool. But that's the only aspect that I'm trying to get. Like, I'm telling you, even up to now, if you watch YouTube videos and stuff like that, if you're a random black person walking around in Tokyo or whatever, people freak out. Like it's like they
that's not true. Black people are actually really well liked in Tokyo.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, most cultures are well liked in Japan. They don't like their culture as much because it's very strict.
Exactly. So that's the only aspect that I see about it. Like, okay, now you're telling me that you're going to be a straight up an assassin and no one's going to spot you, even though everybody in the fucking country knows exactly who the fuck you are, but it's true. Like if you were to put just a random Japanese dude, what's going to set the game apart
from all the other stuff?
From all the other fucking Japanese samurai type video games. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I see where they're coming from for the storyline, which is going to be something completely different, and it's going to set them apart. But what I'm trying to say is, how are you going to tell me that this one guy in the entire country that everyone has eyes on is going to be a fucking assassin? Like, I'm sorry.
Let me ask you a question. So if the game is awesome, is this point that you're making, if the game is awesome, would that make you not like the game?
No, of course not. I mean, if they write a good story about that, then you get it.
So then what are we talking about then?
Oh, I was just
simply that damn poster, bro. That's what we're talking about.
What's that?
What?
We want you to sign the poster because you guys got the same face going on right now.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I just don't understand. I'm not following. It's not that serious.
We're basically
It's not,
saying
it's
that
not
fucking
no, I
people
get
are bitching.
I get what you're saying, and yes, people are bitching. I don't think it's that serious. I don't think it's that
It's
serious
not.
at all.
It really
Yeah.
isn't.
I don't.
Well, that's the thing too. Like I was saying, like it's not serious because the things that they're arguing about doesn't make sense because this person, a lot of people think it's just a gender swap or them trying to put a black person in a game again. And it's not like that because this person historically was a part of that system in history. Now you know where the game takes place. You know, it's during the Nobunaga period. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like in cultural era where this is all going to take place. So like as Assassin's Creed games, you know where it's going to kind of like dwell in and stuff like that. So
Chris,
I just don't know how they're going to portray Yasuke in the video game. Like again, like there's like already like, so there's a scene where he's standing there like in the middle of the town and he's wearing like full on samurai armor and stuff like that. And I don't think in history he was able to do that, like just standing out in public with samurai armor on. But again, like it's a video game. They have to write it out to make it work. Like, I just don't know how far they're going to go with like, what is it? Like the pizzazz of creating stuff in history. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like when you watch a, what was that movie?
They got to give us a wow factor, bro. Like,
yeah, the wow factor.
If you're just gonna walk out in a fucking gi and just like,
what's up, King? Good to see you.
It's not cool. Like, you know, you're presenting this one character, which is going to be the main character of the game. You know, you want to give him a little bit of a wow factor, you know, like have him in the suit. Yeah. Like, come on, dude. Like, how is it you're going to have like a Spider-Man game and you're going to have this motherfucker walking around in robe at the beginning of the cutscene? Like,
you're going to have Madam Web, dude. Have all these chicks in the movie with no Spider-Man outfits and shit.
No shit, bro.
Madam Web. Yeah, we just talked about Madam Web because David got to see it earlier.
Hey, I think I asked you one time, like, because it's fucking hot as fuck in my room right now. If I turn on the fan, will you hear the air like?
No, you should be good. No, you should be good. Go ahead,
suck
man.
it up, bro. Suck it up.
Yeah, man, make that bitch blow, dude. So, guys, what do you think? Assassin's Creed, what is it? Shadows? I think it's Assassin's Creed 5. Are you guys excited? Is this something that got your eye? What do you guys think? I'm excited for the samurai stuff, dude. I've been waiting for a samurai Assassin's Creed game for such a long fucking time.
I'll buy it when it's on sale, bro. You know how they do like the bundles and shit? That's when I'll buy it.
I'm never gonna play this game. So I guess that's the reason why I'm just disconnected.
Wait, you don't why don't you like Assassin's Creed or what, like at all?
Yeah, I'm just not a big Assassin's Creed fan. So it just doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I guess I'm not understanding why everyone is so fucking.
I'm with Brian. I'm with Brian on this. You know, Assassin's Creed's okay, but I don't have the stealthiness in me. I just like to go in and fuck shit up all the time. Like, just give me a gun, some grenades, and go in there. Yeah, like I just want to light shit up. Like I don't want to be there fucking crouching and you taking my time. Like,
yeah, like the stealth kind of games you're not really into too much.
I'm not into that shit, dude. I have very short attention span. I just give me a gun, let me go in there and start fucking shit up. Like,
I like it. So the thing is one thing that would make me fucking like I would instantly buy this game is nostalgia wise if they were to work with the studio from Tenchu. I don't know if you guys ever played Tenchu Stealth Assassin back in the day.
No. I know what you're talking about, but I've never played it.
That game was legit. That was such a fun game back in the day. So if they were able to work with those guys and kind of bring in some of that kind of like old school like gameplay, I'd be about this game hardcore, man. That would be so good.
I'm telling you, bro, my dumb ass would be all over this game. And if you give me a samurai sword, even in a fucking video game, it would probably look like I'm playing Fruit Ninja. I'd just be swinging the shit out of it.
Just swinging the shit out of it? That's funny. I like that. That's actually really good. So, boys, what else has been going on, man? What else nerd-wise have been catching on? So we have also on the list Furiosa. Furiosa gets good reviews. Very beginning, everybody talking about it. Have you guys heard about this movie? What do you guys think?
What's up, Migo?
Anybody?
Bro, I didn't watch that shit.
All right, so yes, I heard about it. Everyone's been giving it great reviews. I heard that what's his name? Chris Hemsworth. What's his name? Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, I heard that he stole the show.
Really? Oh shit!
That's what I heard. Yeah, I heard that he stole the show. But I think that what is it, Fury Road, or the last one was,
Yeah.
I heard that was still better.
Okay.
I've given up on the Mad Max shit. Even though Fury Road was pretty cool, but I given up on it. I have no plans on seeing this movie, but I did hear that it was really good.
So like, what part of this movie got you out of it? Like, is it just like the sheer nonsense of like all the stuff going on and them not really having a purpose kind of thing?
It's all the same shit. I mean, if you've seen one Mad Max movie, you've seen them all.
Seen them
it's
all.
not anything different. I would have rather the one that played her in what is this, Clarice Theron or whatever.
Yeah,
I would have rather
Charlize
her.
Theron. Yeah, I kind of
mean,
don't know why they switched her out.
Well, because it's a younger version of her, so I get it.
Oh, okay.
But then I heard that the Anna Taylor chick. Yeah, I heard that she's not even the younger version of her is actually in it more than she is. So like, I didn't understand that, but I have no, like I said, I'm past the whole Mad Max shit. I have no plans on seeing this movie, but
So,
I
like,
did hear that it was.
Is Charlize Theron in this film also then?
No,
it's just this chick then. But she
Yeah.
gets more screen time than the other one. Like, she gets a whole ass story like dedicated to her. Is that what you're talking about?
I haven't seen them. I don't know. I just know that from what I've read and from what I've seen, people that have been reviewing the movie, that the child actor that plays a younger Furiosa gets a lot of screen time. Like, you spend more time as her as a child.
Child.
Or yeah,
I
as a
get
child.
you. I see it in the cast. I see her. Her name's Alayla Brown. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. So I didn't even know that they were gonna do like flashbacks into this. So like there was something about this. Well, wait, I'll let you guys. David, Nico, what do you guys think, man?
Go for it, David.
Bro, I haven't seen this shit, bro. I'm not a big Mad Max fan, bro. I'm be
At all.
I mean, fuck. The only thing I've seen relatively in the same ish was like the Book of Eli, bro. That shit was interesting.
Book of Eli. That's in the same boat. Okay, well, yeah, I guess you can kind of like, I guess, round that into like the whole post-apocalyptic thing. Yeah, but that's like Denzel, man. You don't fuck with Denzel. Denzel just makes everything good. Nico, what about you, man?
All right, I'm stupid. I watched every single Mad Max movie out there, and it's kind of like, Fast and the Furious, all that shit. I've already seen them all. I might as well just watch this one just to continue, because I can't just leave the fucking story and be like, I guess. Yeah. I'm just gonna watch it just to watch it. But if it's good, it's good. If it sucks, I'm gonna say it sucks. Like, but I'm not gonna go to the fucking theater and spend money on it. I'd just rather wait till it comes out. Yeah, like to go to the theater, I'm telling you, it has to be something that's really anticipating for. I'm something that I'm like really fucking anxious and I really want to see. And this is not one of those movies. Like I could wait till it gets to like HBO or whatever the fuck they call it now, like Max or Hulu or whatever the fuck, all those other streaming services. I could probably just wait till it lands on that to watch it. But yeah, okay. I'm not gonna spend my cash to the theater and just go watch that crap.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I'm kind of like there was something that was really cool about the old school Mel Gibson Mad Max movies. I don't know if you guys ever had the opportunity to watch them when you were younger, or if you've seen them like later on in life, but there was a certain like legend of the Mad Max character where every story was a telling of that adventure for Mad Max from someone else's perspective.
But I seriously think it was something different in that time, because if you really stop and thought about it, it was something that in their minds at that time, back in those days, they thought this could be a high potential, something that could possibly actually happen, And now that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, if the fucking world fucking were to end and people are killing each other because, they want gasoline and all this crap, and, it's the only way to get a point A to point B, you got to hijack other people's shit and steal from them, and, village and rape and all this, like pillaging and all this other crap, like going back to all that stuff. People were really scared about stuff like that back in the day. But now it's like, it's like you just said the other time, we got Fallout, apocalyptic shit. Like, now you're going to go back and give us Furiosa. Like, it's not really, it doesn't have that same wow factor as it once did. back then, this was a whole different story that no one really heard of. Watching a movie, and so like in one of the very first cutscenes, they're chasing a couple down on the road, and they kill the husband in front of her, and then they start raping her. Like, like this in that time, that was something like people were freaking out, like, holy shit, like this could possibly happen in the near future. Like if, we ever go to war and shit got bad, like, so in a sense, it kind of was an action, but somewhat of a horror movie at the same time, because people hadn't experienced anything like that before in the theater.
Yeah. I mean, but the crazy thing is like the storytelling wise of how they did it. Like there was something about it of Mad Max as a character being like an urban legend in the story.
Yeah.
That kind of gave it mystery to the storytelling. Every time you would see Mel Gibson's character in the film, he always acted different in all 3 films. Yeah. So like when you would watch it and you'd try to understand the movie, you'd be like, was it Mad Max still? Like, how did he make it this far, or how did he get involved with these people in this world where, like on the other side of the universe or on the other side of the planet kind of thing? Like, how did he constantly show up in different stories, but it's the same guy? So it was kind of like this, like a Wild Wild West story. The cowboy comes into town and then saves the day and then leaves, mysterious and all this stuff.
Exactly.
A lot of the times what I've noticed is that these films, the Mad Max movies now, except for Tom Hardy's character in the first film, like Tom Hardy's character played the Mad Max character, which was a rando, even though Furiosa was a character that they focused on more. You know what I mean? But Mad Max's character was still there doing crazy shit.
I remember I had a discussion about this sometime back when the first Mad Max, like the one with Tom Hardy, when that came out, people were like, "Oh, dude, it's gonna suck." I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go watch it. I think it's got potential." Like, because of the trailer, like the little clips that they were showing, and they're like, "Nah, man, I lost interest in that shit once was it Thunderdome came out or whatever." And I'm like, why? Like,
crazy movie.
And I was like, why though? And they're like, it's just stupid, man. Like the fucking story. I'm like, look, bro, you got to think of it. If the apocalypse were to ever happen, you have to have some type of form of entertainment in a sense. And that was it. The dome was kind of like their gladiatorial stadium in a sense, so they would throw you in there and it's like a fight pit, so you got to think of it. That was their form of entertainment. And at the same time, punishment as well. I'm like, dude, you got to see it. Like the Romans did it with their gladiatorial crap. This is kind of basically almost the same aspect of it. They just did it differently. And, it kind of like opened up their eyes a little bit, but I don't know. Like I said, Mad Max movies, they're pretty good. I am going to watch it, but I'm not going to the theater.
A lot of the Mad Max movies reminds me of just those, like it's like Brian said, there's just a lot of nonsense, like just a lot of shit always going on. It really doesn't have nothing ever changes.
There's basically every movie's the same movie. I've seen all 3 of the first movies. I think Beyond Thunderdome is probably my favorite. I love the Tina Turner. I think her name was Aunt Entity or some shit like that. I don't remember, but I was a big fan of that one, and I was actually a big fan of the Fury Road. I thought Tom Hardy did a great job. Yeah, I thought Tom Hardy did a great job. But I mean, again, I wasn't. I'm a prequel of the Furiosa character, and I could probably do without it.
All right, you know me. I don't mean to cut you off, but just out of curiosity, you know me. I always go left turn, like fucking hardcore left turn. Okay, would you guys watch a remake if they ever, or like if they kind of like not a remake but a continuation of like a Waterworld? Would you ever watch that?
Oh yeah, dude, Waterworld was good. It was a fun movie.
Waterworld was great,
but I don't think those type of movies survive anymore in the time that we're in anymore.
You don't think so?
Like those movies during that time in our lives were cool as fuck because it was so like out of this world. But nowadays we've seen everything that fucking anybody creative with a CG camera can fucking do, and Waterworld just sounds like a stupid fucking story now.
Sounded stupid back then.
No, it wasn't that bad, bro. It wasn't that bad.
Movie.
That fucking movie was boring as shit, bro.
It was like a good one-time watch, dude. Like it was just cool.
Exactly, it was a one-time watch. Let's not get on here starting to pump up Waterworld like it's like fucking Titanic.
Yeah, Brian, you better quit, man. You know that movie was great.
You saw the movie one time. You said it was a one-time watch. If it was a great movie, you'd have seen it more than one time, bro.
I saw multiple times though.
Guess what? When it started, you get water. In the middle, you got water. At the end, guess what you got?
Water.
Fucking
No, you
water.
got land. Didn't they find land?
Fucking
At
land,
the end of the
bro.
movie?
Man,
They
fuck
They
that
found land at the end of the
bro.
movie. Like it was like at the Antarctica that had land or some shit. It's some
You
random ass place.
You see, and that's why you guys bring me in to stir shit
They were
up,
just
I
out in the
guess.
middle of the Gulf. The guy just got fucking lost in a boat, and then he just survived out there and shit.
Stupid ass fuck. I don't even think I've watched the entire movie though. That shit is fucking stupid.
Actually, the movie's not bad. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it has the opportunity to be, but like just it's got a way different pace nowadays.
Dude,
You're not
Who was in
gonna
it? Kevin Costner, punk ass.
Yeah, Kevin Costner, man.
Dude, I fucking love this shit.
man. There's a dude, Kevin Costner was fucking slapping bitches all over the place, man. Back in the
water,
day.
right? In the middle of fucking nowhere, right? In the middle of the ocean.
But that was Waterworld was literally the
Freaking-
same movie as the movie Van Damme did as Cyborg. It was the same
Oh,
fucking script.
Yes.
And it was stupid as fuck too, man. Like you go back and look at that shit. It's
Cyborg
dumb
was
as fuck.
horrible.
Yeah, that movie was fucking bad.
Waterworld
back
got
then.
a 47% critic rating and a 43% audience rating. Fuck out of here. That movie sucked, bro.
This was like such a long time ago. You can't.
And it sucked a long time ago, bro.
It wasn't.
Would you
that
watch
bad
that?
Back in
Would
the
you
day.
would you watch it right now? Would you watch it right now?
Yeah, I can watch right now.
I wouldn't.
Kick back with a fucking stick pack, dude. Just get drunk off my mind.
Here, bro.
Michael Betancourt in the comment section. Haven't seen this fucking dude in such a long time. We miss you, bro. Hope you're doing good. Says best line in Waterworld is in the oil tank skimmer watching the torch fall, hearing him say, "Thank God." I'm telling you, man. Like Waterworld was, it was interesting.
Go
But
ahead,
you'd have
go
to
ahead,
like,
pump it up. It was good, right? It was great.
Literally, you cannot tell me that it was not the movie Cyborg. It was all the Steven Seagal movies, all the Van Damme movies. The movie, dude. Brian, do you remember the movie Cyborg with Van Damme?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember? They crucified him. They literally put him on the cross like Jesus Christ in that movie. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
And then he heel kicks himself off the cross. Jesus didn't do that. Van Damme did that.
Well,
shit.
it's fucking Cyborg. It's a Van Damme movie.
Jesus didn't know fucking axe kick himself. He didn't even think of that shit. Van Damme did though.
Yo, this got to be a fucking clip, bro. This got to be a fucking clip.
I'm telling you, man. Cyborg was one. The bad guy. He was only cool because he had some fucking grills on. Remember, he had just a ponytail and teeth and shit.
Bro, I swear to God, man, this is the whole reason I come on to your podcast, bro.
Brian's looking at his watch. Like, man, I don't know how much I can handle this shit no more.
Oh no, I got a message. Nah, I'll talk this shit all day. That movie fucking sucked. I remember somebody got that movie Waterworld on VHS and they're like, "You want to watch Waterworld?" I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro!" Like, I'm not watching that
dude.
movie.
Just hearing someone say Waterworld on VHS, you know we're old, dude.
I'm gonna mail you Waterworld, bro. 100%, bro.
I'm gonna send you the fucking laser disc, dude.
100%,
Miguel,
bro.
I'm with Miguel, bro. I'm sorry. That is fucking hands down one of my favorite movies.
Bloodsport,
Hell
dude.
yeah,
Okay,
dude.
you know
That's
what?
what I was gonna say. Like, how dare you? Any fucking bullshit fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme movie is better than fucking Waterworld. Like, I was gonna
definitely.
How dare you put fucking Cyborg in the same breath as fucking bum ass Waterworld, bro? Are you fucking crazy, bro?
Waterworld, Jesus Christ.
Best movie ever, bro. That's my Madam Web. Fucking, I'm down that hill, bro.
For Miguel.
They should have brought Kevin Costner into fucking Namor, dude, or what is it, Aquaman 2?
I'm gonna watch 2 hours of Kevin Costner stuck on a boat in the middle of the fucking ocean, bro. I'm good on that, bro.
That would have been legit.
He found land. Just so
I'm good on that. Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna stick around to find that, bro. I found the eject button. How about that? I found the eject button before he found land. How about that?
You know, Jack Black was in that movie in Waterworld.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
Whoa, that's wild.
He was one of the little sidekick dudes.
Dennis Hopper. Damn, dude. Kim Coates. That's crazy, man. Tina Majorino. That's crazy, man. That's some crazy. What was your guys' favorite like 80s, 90s movie like during that time period?
Oh, dude. Oh, okay, well, mine, I love fucking Bloodsport. I could say almost line for line in that fucking movie. Like, I fucking love that movie. Are we going just action or just any genre?
All of it. Just fucking lay it on the table. And I know
you know
guys
what?
watch Titanic, bro. Don't even lie to me.
You've seen my mug. I'm a huge Killer Clown fan. It's a stupid movie, but it's one of those
Clown from Outer Space.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like,
it's
like one of those little cult classics. Like, it's a stupid, retarded movie, but I fucking love it. I like it. The Crow, obviously, the original.
Oh, The Crow. Yeah. Brian, one of Brian's favorites. Not Brian fucking, he's never even seen that movie, dude. Brian, wait, you still haven't seen The Crow, right?
I've seen it.
Did you watch it? Who didn't see it? Someone said they didn't see it.
And I hated it.
Me and
Yeah, there you go. I know you hate it. You didn't see part 2. Oh yeah. David said he never saw it. I remember someone said they didn't see The Crow, and I was like, for reals? Holy shit.
Dude, Miguel's throwing bangers in here. Terminator
Yeah,
2,
no. Yeah, he's in the
hands
comment.
down.
Miguel, the man in the comments is dropping them. But like, don't drop them all, man, because that's like maybe you're just googling all these movies from back in the day. Fucking make sure you're watching these.
Judgment Day,
That's what I
Judgment Day,
just
hands
did, bro. I
down,
just
bro.
Googled all that shit, bro.
I was a huge fan of Demolition Man. I thought Demolition Man was real fucking good.
No.
Anybody? No.
Demolition Man was
I
good.
like it. I like it. I
Demolition Man.
don't think it makes my top favorite movies of all time, but it's
Yo, drop them. I want to know everybody's top fucking threes during that time period, because that made me love Taco Bell at that time, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Taco Bell was like, you guys don't remember that Taco Bell was like,
that is probably the most fat ass.
I love Taco Bell, man.
I have never. That was some wild shit. Of all the things you could have said that movie did to you, it made you want to fucking.
I'll never forget that shit, dude.
It made you want to fucking eat. Is that what you're telling me?
I remember fucking in Demolition Man. Remember it was Taco Bell was like the fucking.
It was a delicacy.
Yeah, it was like the high class restaurant back in the day.
I want to hear Brian's fucking list. Come on, Brian, throw your bangers out there.
I'm all over the place, man. 80s, 90s, I don't know, dude. Like some of them were already put in here. Killer Clowns was another one I could watch every day, all day, like you said. I don't know. I liked all types of goofy shit, like I don't know, like Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter is Dead or some shit like that. Like I'll watch those movies like over and over and over fucking again. Like I don't know. I was just a weird kid. It's honestly, there's way too many for me to put in 3 and me to put on the spot right now. Like if you want to sit here and make a list and shit like that,
Boys in the Hood,
bro. I got all you beat, bro. Fucking Stand By Me, bro. Fucking favorite movie, bro.
Stand By Me. Fucking Blood In, Blood Out, dude.
Oh,
Tango and Cash was another one that was real good. That was a fun ass movie back in the day. Time Cop, dude.
Nah,
Boys came out in the 80s.
Okay, here we go. Last Action Hero.
Fuck no, dude.
No,
fuck no.
You guys didn't like Last Action Hero?
It was okay.
No.
It was okay.
Holy shit!
Dude, even as a kid, I was kind of like what Brian said about Waterworld. This movie sucked. I took it off.
Now that movie, I liked the movie, but again, these are movies that just like I said, like I can't just sit here and give you my tops because I'm not gonna just shit on them because like I gotta have time to sit there and actually think about the shit.
Yeah,
I liked last. Like that's a good movie, but it's not. That was one of your top movies, and that's wild. That is kind of wild.
All right, what about as a little kid, like Mighty Ducks and shit like that, like growing up, like The Sandlot.
Oh, dude, straight. It was for me was Dick Tracy, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, dude, Roger Rabbit. Yes. Okay, mine would be Roger
favorites.
Rabbit. I would say The Sandlot, and I know it's dumb, but like I said, The Three Ninjas. Because
I'd rather watch Cool World than Roger Rabbit, bro.
Really? Oh yeah, well, Cool World was a little bit more like edgy, right?
Yeah,
it was more edgy. I understand that. Like I get that, but yeah, no. There was also The Professional. I think The Professional is like one of those movies that everybody needs to watch.
Yeah,
Brian, do you remember that movie, The Professional?
Yeah,
yeah. I think they ended up changing the name to Leon later, or you could kind of find it as both. Like you can find it as Leon or The Professional, but that movie, hands down, probably one of the best movies ever.
Oh yeah, of course, Jeremy.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for fucking sure. Hell yeah. What about Independence Day?
Out of the turtle movies, which one was your favorite? My thing was part 2.
I like part 1. I think part 1 was like there was something about it that made it more rugged. The way that they did it. Part 2 was kind of like a little bit more like streamlined, I guess you could say. It was more streamlined for me in part 2.
And I'm not saying it because of Vanilla Ice.
Oh yeah, you would like Vanilla Ice, Nico. You would. What was your guy's favorite like Van Damme movie?
Bloodsport.
Growing up. None of them?
Bloodsport, bro.
Oh, Bloodsport. Okay.
Street Fighter, bro.
Oh, don't even start.
Bro. No, don't even start with that shit.
I love Street Fighter. That fucking movie was funny as it. That was a funny fucking movie.
I like Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Look, and that's because look.
Let me see. I'm gonna open it up because this motherfucker has like 80 million movies, dude. Universal Soldiers, dude.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I
Oh,
liked
Dolph-
Universal
Dolph
Soldiers.
Lundgren?
That was like one of my favorite movies growing up. There was a one with the Quest, but the Quest was very much
No.
like Bloodsport. Kickboxer was really good
He had a
though.
lot of shit movies because like Time Cop was trash. He had a lot
You know,
of
Quest-
really
Quest
you know what?
sucked.
I was just talking about that movie with my brother the other day, and back in the day, that movie was like mediocre. But I guarantee, like, if you were to run that kind of movie right now, kind of like New Age, I think it would work because it was very much like Jumper and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like I think it would be I just think it was way above. It was way before its time. It was way before Detroit Rock City. Damn, dude,
Hell
that was
yeah.
hardcore. That was hardcore.
Fucking Airheads, bro.
Airheads. Yeah, no shit. No Retreat, No Surrender was another pretty good one with Van Damme. Double Team with Dennis Rodman.
No.
no,
No.
from everybody, no across the board, not at all.
Yeah. What about Double Impact?
the one where he had a twin?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. Time out. We got.
He's about to trip out. He's like, "There's two
I'm
of
not
these
gonna.
movies?"
I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you gloss over that. I take it you're a fan of the Double Dragon movie, Chris?
Double Dragon or Double Team?
Oh, Double Team. That's what I meant. Is that
Double Team was
is that
it was the
You
first
liked
time
it?
you had like a comical Van Damme. I thought it was pretty funny, but
Oh,
it's
you
not
were
like
into
it's
it,
not
huh?
a top
You liked
tier.
it? Yeah,
I
that's
thought it
your
was funny.
thing?
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman in the little car,
Brad's
you know
gonna
what I
shit
mean,
all
with his
over it
fucking
right now.
crazy costume,
Nah,
like-
I'm just wanting to make sure I understood you.
seeing fucking Dennis
I
Rodman
just-
be the.
I wanted, you know what?
the-
I wanted that to be recorded because I
yeah,
was
because you're gonna
let
use
you
that against
gloss-
me later and shit.
I was gonna let you because now when you start giving me your fucking movie takes, bro, I gotta
You're gonna be like, bro,
I gotta
Dennis Rodman.
grade on the skew now, bro, because
That was the first time, other than fucking Street Fighter, we got like a comical
Oh shit.
Van Damme.
Chris,
That was
your,
like
rate,
I feel like Double
your
Team was
fucking
like
rating scale just dropped, Chris. I'm sorry.
I feel like Double Team was like when he knew his career was going down, and he was like, maybe I could break into comedy, maybe I can do some
Bro.
one-liner jokes and shit. Cause like after that it was a hard sell for Van Damme.
I'm gonna be honest,
Hard
Chris.
sell.
I'm gonna be straight up honest with you right now. Now that you said that, when you tell me a movie's a banger and I must watch it, I'm like, man, I don't know. He
You're in
did
the
say
same
Double
boat.
Team
You
was
like
good.
Waterworld, man.
I mean, like, is
Nico,
it
you're in the
like,
same boat. You like
is it like
Waterworld, dude.
Double Team banger
Why you shooting
or
at
like
Waterworld?
what? Like, what do we?
Yeah, you got to kind of, because I told people too, like my favorite movie, Starship Troopers, and a lot of people don't like Starship Troopers like I
Oh,
do.
dude, I like it.
No, you got to like it like I do though, man. Like fucking, like I do.
I don't think there's anybody on this planet that likes it.
Yeah,
like
nobody
we
likes
do,
it like
bro.
I do. And then the other
I don't
one
think
that
so.
everyone tripped out on was Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes' Romeo and Juliet. Like I
No,
think
I like that
that's
movie.
like that
movie's
movie's
cool.
a fucking. I love that movie, dude.
That movie was
That's a
cool.
great movie. But yeah, I kind of feel like that's when Van Damme started kind of like going downhill with Double Team. Like he wanted to do more comedy, and Dennis Rodman was like the dude he chose. Like
You know
out
what?
of all
He's always
people-
his whole career he's been going downhill. He just got lucky with like Bloodsport because his career it should have been over at the fucking Street Fighter. If I'm being honest with you, that was some ridiculous shit.
Yo, we all gotta admit the guy knows how to fucking party though.
Oh yeah, and then he gets his fucking ass kicked by that one Italian dude that's in all the UFC fights. I forgot his fucking name.
It's because he's not a
Yeah,
real
that guy
fucking
got
fighter.
Van Damme got jumped a bunch growing up, man. Just a bunch growing up.
The French.
But I'll tell you what, the cool thing about fucking
St. Pierre?
what'd you?
George St.
No,
Pierre?
not George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre loves this guy.
Oh.
Like, he respects the shit. Same thing with the Diaz brothers. They love Van Damme, dude. They love the fuck out of Van Damme.
Hey, just out of curiosity, okay, like now that we're talking, like I don't know, I'm sorry, but like we were talking about one thing and then I threw it completely off topic and now we're somewhere else, right? But when it comes to like martial arts movie stars, who are your top guys? I like
Martial
Michael
arts-
J. White. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I love Michael J. White. Are you talking about just in general, like just martial
just
arts in general?
just like I mean, martial art, but movie stars.
Single slice, bro.
It's gotta be Jackie Chan for me. He's the one that opened the door for a bunch of martial arts.
Yeah, for everybody, dude.
I was Jet Li.
Yeah, but I didn't get to Jet Li until later. Like
like once you
Jackie
started
Chan,
kind of like
Jackie Chan was the one that
he
opened
was
the door.
he was
Rumble in the Bronx was fucking
Ooh,
awesome. Like that would when that dropped, like that had me and everyone around me in a fucking chokehold, bro.
Yeah, that was a good fucking film. God damn.
Rumble in the Bronx was fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah. So for me, yeah, it probably have to be the same thing. Like Jackie Chan, Yuen Bao, and Sammo Young. They had a trio of them doing Chinese films way back in the day. Like they were doing it like Police Story, Police Story 2, A Squad, Meals on Wheels. Like a lot of movies from back in the day. I think Meals on Wheels would probably have to be my favorite film. And that has Benny the Jet Akitas, who's American kickboxing champion way back in the day. Still in the thing, but like, yeah, Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen, all of those guys back, like way back in the day. There was also Sonny Chiba. Sonny Chiba is another guy that I looked up to growing up. Sonny Chiba was the guy that made like the original Street Fighter films way back in the day in Japan. Who now, if you guys saw One Piece, his son plays Zoro. That's Sonny Chiba's son.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sonny Chiba was also in Kill Bill. He was the guy making the swords. He was yeah. I forgot the fucking name they chose. And I know I'm gonna fucking kick myself in the ass for it later. It's like the dude that's like Hanzo. He's the Hanzo, the sword maker. All and right, then of course, one of my favorite fucking franchises, Fast and the Stupid Furious. He was the dad of the Asian dude in part Tokyo Drift. I don't think that's a part, right? So yeah, he was the crime boss that comes out of the car with the whole badass suit and slaps the kid or whatever. But yeah, Sonny Chiba, man.
All right, now I guess we can go back on topic. What's your next fucking
David?
topic?
David didn't get to give us. David.
No, it doesn't matter what David wants.
David
doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm listening to y'all fucking arguing. Waterworld's the shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god, dude!
Fucking Waterworld, dude.
I'm gonna dedicate my fucking next podcast to Brian for that shit.
That's the one I got you, bro. Waterworld. You're really gonna die on the hill for fucking Waterworld?
For Kevin Costner, dude.
You're gonna die on that hill, bro.
Fuck no.
It's got a 43% audience score. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? That movie is ass, bro. Like, no one liked that movie besides you, but I get it. Everyone's got their thing. I'm not gonna harp on it too much. I was over it. If you want to keep bringing it back up, I will keep kicking.
I will keep slapping it down.
I was gonna say, as long as you keep bringing it up, I will slap it right the fuck back down, bro.
That's funny. That's fucking funny.
Stop
okay, so
so
the other thing, actually, not to skip it, but bringing up the aspect of there being like actors, martial arts, and all this other stuff, being in the same realm, we got confirmation that Roadhouse is getting a part 2. I haven't seen Roadhouse yet, the first one that came out with Conor McGregor and all this stuff. But guys, what do you guys feel about this? How do you feel? Let me know.
All right, anybody want to go first?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. So you didn't watch it either? Goddamn, man. That's crazy.
I watched it. Why would I
watch it? You're like, why would I watch it?
What did I miss?
What was the rating? What was the rating? Like Waterworld or what the fuck?
There's nothing. There's only a few. There's only like a handful of movies that are worse than Waterworld. I'm sorry. Like statistically speaking. Statistically speaking, like there's only a handful of movies that are that bad. So I don't know.
I like that. There's like a whole like. Can you imagine?
There's a very good chance that Roadhouse is statistically better than fucking Waterworld.
Oh man,
Roadhouse.
Wait, has anybody here? Has anybody here seen Roadhouse?
I saw Roadhouse. It was actually really good.
I have.
Yeah, well, tell us about it, boys.
Those two need to be talking.
I'm gonna say 7.
A 7, yeah, no.
I would give it like a 8.5, bro. It's fucking. I like the dialogue. I like them talking shit. I like that shit.
Yo, but okay. Now I gotta ask this because in the comment section we got a whole ass different view on this, man. Like Jeremy says, there's literally no need for a part 2. Legit, like there is no need. And then Miguel Garza, our boy Miguel, says Roadhouse with Connor was trash. The fight scenes were really good, though.
There's certain movies I don't need remakes of, and this is one of them.
Okay, so going off what Miguel said, at the very final fight scene with Conor McGregor, yeah, that fight scene was pretty legit. It was pretty nice. But dude, I'm sorry to say this. I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but when Conor McGregor talks, you can't understand a fucking word this dude says.
That's why he's great, dude.
But the thing is with Conor McGregor, less is more. He didn't have to say anything really. He could have just fucking been that one guy that goes in, whoops everyone's ass, and then leaves the fucking scene. Like, you know, and everybody been like they would have been cool with it. But the thing is, I get it. He's trying to get into the movie industry, and they're trying to give him some lines. But bro, this guy you can't understand. You need the bouncing ball for that fool. Like you can't understand what
Sing
this fool
along.
says.
Sing along. That's
Like
funny.
you can't understand a fucking word this guy says, bro.
That's funny.
Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like the dude's a straight up badass. He can whoop any of us on any day of the week. But like, dude, yeah, he does not belong.
That doesn't
He doesn't
equivocate
belong
to
in the
like
movie.
actual skill.
Oh, okay. Like if he comes into the movie industry, less is more with him. Just don't have him say shit. Just fucking go in there, do what he's got to do, and then just leave. Like if he's gonna be an assassin, like don't say anything. Just go in there stealthy, do his shit. Get the fuck out.
Okay,
every once in a while, give him a few little minor lines. But in this movie, he was.
I didn't get to hear that part.
Yeah,
I didn't get to hear that, Nico. What'd you say?
Oh shit!
Just that last part.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Oh, basically, on this particular movie, he was over the top. He was trying too fucking hard. Like he's trying too hard to be cool and too funny.
So to fucking Miguel's like, he can't beat me in a dirty fight though. Okay, so check this out. I have a question. So I haven't seen Roadhouse, and I remember the old school movie. What's this movie about? Like, is it in the same format or is it different? Like, I don't have any idea what this fucking film's about.
Okay. So, god damn, dude, this shit's going all fucked up.
Okay, there you go. I can hear you.
Now you're good, yeah.
Okay. So basically, some dude's in prison. His son is running some property, and they're trying to get as much property as they possibly can to make casinos and hotels and shit like that. And that one fucking bar, they need the contract signed so that they could own it to take over the entire property. That's really what it is. They're trying to push the bar out of that fucking island. That's really all it is.
It's like what Miguel said, bro. It has nothing to do with the first one. Like if you've watched the first Roadhouse, they didn't really have to call this movie Roadhouse, and it ended pretty good. Like it ended to the point where you don't need a sequel. But I mean, it's a money grab. You know what I mean? So like,
I get you.
It's like it's good entertaining. Like I think it was pretty entertaining. I like the fucking banter when they're fighting and they just like dropping one-liners and shit. It's real 90s-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really need a sequel. Plus, like the continuation is just to be him driving to another fucking town. That's the way it fucking ends. He gets on the bus and fucking dips. You know, what the fuck, stupid shit.
So, what would you guys kind of like rate that movie? Because, like, from what you guys are saying, it just sounds like every typical Van Damme movie back in the day.
8.5, bro.
Basically.
8.5. God damn.
No, bro. No,
Waterworld's my caliber. Remember, just Waterworld's my caliber.
Fucking Waterworld's my caliber. All right, boys. Well, yeah. Well, Roadhouse 2 was getting. They're getting a sequel for Roadhouse 2. A lot of people are saying they don't know why, but what do you guys think? What do you think it should be about? Knowing that you guys have seen the movie, what would you guys think the second one should be about?
Yeah, broke on 956 there.
The what? Shit, get Bronco 956 in there. Yeah, go ahead, dude. Fuck it. Miguel says, I feel like the movie would have done better without the name Roadhouse. People were trying to compare it to the first one. Yeah, that's kind of like what David just said. Yeah, well, guys, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Tell us what you guys think. Let us know in the comment section. And yeah, other than that, boys, last part of the conversation today is season finale of X-Men 97. X-Men 97 finally gave us a definitive ending of the first season. Did you guys get to catch up? Did you guys watch it? What did you guys think? Let me know.
Well, hold on. No. You. I want you to start. I want to know what your thoughts about this. Yeah, I want to know your thoughts about this.
I thought it was good. I mean, the ending ended like. I mean, it landed the ending for what the series was. It gave us
what is that? What is whoa? What does that mean?
It didn't give us a shitty ending. Like, you know, they could have dropped the ball in many different ways, but the show ended pretty well. Everybody got their flowers. All the characters came out. They all used their powers tremendously. They got a lot of like pullbacks to like the video games and all this stuff. I thought they did pretty well. Bastian is he's a motherfucker though, man. I'll tell you that much. I don't know how the fuck they were able to pull that shit off, but like the Bastian character, like you know, getting into like the Nimrod series and like all the future shit with the techno virus and like, man, they put that motherfucker really high up there as a villain, man. I'll tell you that much. Like he had a lot of special powers he normally doesn't have, but that kind of gave me like nostalgia reminders of like Marvel versus Capcom when they turned Akuma into like Cyber Akuma. They gave him wings. They gave him like all these additive parts, like to where like they're like, oh fuck, like he's more stronger than what he was, guys. You know what I mean? Like you know, just like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of thing. So it was good. I mean, it wasn't bad, man.
I can never tell if you like something or not, bro. Like, what the fuck was that? What did you just say, bro? What was that, yo? I can never know if you like something. Like, did you enjoy it? Be enthused about it if you liked it. Not to say that it's like, what the fuck was that?
I mean, it was good. It was good. I mean, everything did pretty well.
And you do it again. I mean, it was, what was it like? What does that mean?
I mean, it was, I mean, in my consideration, I would kind of put it like a high 7. So it was like, you know, it was good. It wasn't like spectacular. You know, it wasn't like a fucking like, oh my God.
At some point, one of these days, I'm gonna know what really floats your fucking boat. What gets your juices moving, bro? Like, I'm gonna figure that out. Because if you did not get enthused over this finale, you need to have your fucking pulse checked, bro. This is the best thing that Marvel has put out, bar none, since fucking Endgame. Hands down. It's not even close. And I would put it on level with Endgame. This is like
oh,
this.
Wait, I don't know about
this fuck out of here, yo. This right now, and I know I always throw the numbers out there, but just to put the gauge on what the masses are thinking about this, as opposed to your, I mean, it was good. It's got a 99% Rotten Tomato score right now. Right now, that means there is not one person that didn't like this shit. Like it,
I'm the 1%.
You right now, sir, are the 1%.
I better not get on Rotten Tomato. I might be the second percent.
You are insane. This was honestly the best thing. First off, it was the best thing that Disney Plus has put out
since sliced bread.
Not even close. And it's one of the best things that Marvel's put out. And I'm going to explain to you really quickly why.
Yeah.
Because you had people that actually gave a fuck about this fucking show. You had people that did their fucking research. You have people that actually cared about the dialogue and the writing and the script. The show running was fucking spectacular. I don't know what Bo DeMeo did to get fired, but they need to be working. They need to be behind the scenes doing everything they possibly can to get this guy back. Now, he has already said that he has his input on the second season, so we're probably in good hands for the second season. But beyond that, I'm not gonna be able to say that. I'm not gonna be able to know. But to be honest with you, bro, like I can't say enough good things about this show. That last episode was fucking phenomenal. It was just like a fucking. It was just like Marvel just decided just to fucking nut everywhere, and we just enjoyed it. So I don't know what gets you. I don't know what gets your juices moving, bro. But if this doesn't do it, bro, then you might just be hopeless, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, Brian, I'm waiting for you to give me like a reason other than like
I literally just told you why. The writing was better. They give
what part of the writing.
What part about the writing? The dialogue,
what part
story,
of the stories and stuff.
The whole story is a continuation of the old season of the old show, and they expound on it. They don't just take the X-Men 97 show and just like here's another 10 episodes of the same shit. They actually took something and made it better. They took something that was our childhood favorite show and made it adult. It matured with us. It didn't just stay the same show that was for fucking kids. The majority of the people that I wanted to watch this show said they wouldn't watch it because they thought it was for kids. And this show was not just for kids. Like, this matured with us. It was like the people that watched the show back in the 90s grew up with us and told their version of it. Like, that is phenomenal. Do you understand how hard that is to do? Like, they knocked this shit out the park. I just sold it so Miguel wants to watch it. Like, this show is fucking amazing, bro. Like, everyone needs to be watching this. Like, it's not even, if you are a fan of Marvel, then you need to be watching this.
Oh, good shit. What about you guys, David, Nico?
Bro, it was good. I haven't caught up since episode 5. I agree with Brian. I mean, it was written well. I think it continued from our childhood. I mean, I haven't seen the whole thing. I just heard the feedback and stuff. I'm looking forward to watching it, like binge watching the rest. But up to episode 5, bro, it was pretty fucking good. I mean, not gonna lie.
I think Nico, are you there, man?
He's typing, seeing he's lagging out.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's lagging out. Can he not hear us? Nico, can you hear us? Oh, he's gonna do some stuff.
He's saying his thing's small or some shit. I don't know, fucking whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like I get the idea, like where you guys feel all this stuff. I totally understand that, and I'm not at all here to say that the way that you guys feel about this show or anything like that is improper. And yeah, it is the best thing that's coming out from Marvel, literally since fucking beginning of Phase 4. Which, again, that's not a really high mark, but for you to say that it sticks up to like the end game kind of like idea, like that's just on you, on your opinion and stuff like that. And I totally respect that, like how you guys feel about it. But me, myself, I don't think it's that high. I think it's good. I think it has potential to grow even better. The thing is there's a lot of rushing through the major arcs of the X-Men story that I feel like they're going to have a lot of problems with coming up. There's a lot of it repeating itself, right? Like we saw at the end, they bring in like Apocalypse, Absunabayur or whatever, like they call him, in the old days or whatever. But it's a lot of people are talking about them doing the Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen, which is already a series in the original the original 97 actual X-Men series. So they're just going to end up redoing the same stuff over and over again. Or is it going to be, like you said, a continuation of the story and then not go back to that? Because again, these are the major arcs of the X-Men history. Like I get the fact that Bo, or however you say his name, Bo, what's his name? Bo DeMeo, right? Like he wants to be able to tell his variation of the X-Men storyline, but if it's a continuation of the story, why go back and redo the part that's already been done? If it's already,
it's not doing that. It's again, I mean, not to spoil anything, but that time period where the post credit scene or the last part where you meet when you meet Apocalypse. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is the time where Ramatut's there. They didn't touch on that in the original show.
In the original one, yeah, he's there's
a whole aspect of this that we haven't explored yet that they're touching on. And I get it now. Before, my only problem with the show was the pacing, but now I understand why. There was a reason why they went so quickly. One, because I don't think that they thought that they were going to get a season 2. And then secondly, if they did get a season 2, now they can go anywhere. There are so many open doors that they can go down. Like it's wide open. Like the whole Apocalypse and Ramatut, / Kang shit is right there. You can even bring in the old school Fantastic Four fucking cartoon that used to be back in the day. You got Iron Man in this episode. You got the Avengers,
Spider-Man,
you basically got the Avengers in this episode. Not to spoil, but like dude, there's just so much that they can do. And I think that's amazing.
Do you think that the reason why that was established, like during those cameo presentations and stuff during this thing, was because they're trying to get the opportunity to add them to the X-Men cartoon, or be able to open doors so that they can do their own returns to those cartoons again?
I think it's twofold. I think they're capitalizing off of the MCU. And I also think that they are leaving themselves open to going wherever they want. There's literally like 6 storylines they can go with right now.
Yeah,
right now where they are right now, they can go through 6 storylines with the main one being the Age of Apocalypse. That's fucking amazing. Like that's great. That's what I want in my show.
That was something that caught, right? Because they go to the past and the future at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. The Age of Apocalypse story, isn't that part of a different multiverse though? That was like a different timeline where like Apocalypse wins, the X-Men get torn down, Cyclops is one-eyed, Wolverine has like one hand, Madeline Pryor is like a queen with Apocalypse. Like there's a bunch of shit, but that's like a different multiverse.
Yeah, you're right. It is. But I'm not gonna harp on that. Like that's if they incorporate it in this universe, I'm fine with that. Like it works here too. I think that being that they are dealing with the past and what potentially could be the future, they can play around with that. So
yeah, because it kind of correlates to like a Days of Future Past moment with Forge looking for all the X-Men at the ending of that stuff. But that's not the way how the story goes. It's like its own retelling of it and stuff like that. But like the part that kind of gets me is because of those three storylines all correlating on the same timeline, they have to kind of like, and I guess it's going to be up to how they write the story, but it's going to have to be like a certain, like, okay, the decisions we make are either going to lead to this or that kind of stuff. But that's not how, is that how the multiverse works again? Like, it's very weird, like, because Marvel already set with the film how the multiverse works, right?
yeah, but we're not dealing with the multiverse with X-Men 97 though.
But you are, because of Kang. Like, if Kang is if a person, you are dealing with the multiverse.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so this is where, like, where I was saying, and this is where I get confused, and this is where it kind of frustrates me, is like these stories, like, it does well, and there's so much wow and pizzazz at the beginning of the story that the correlation of what they do at the end is what matters. And that's why I said, like, they landed the ending, you know, the excitement, the Saturday morning cartoon, you know, fucking Cyclops shooting a fucking meter and then getting it powered up. Like, that doesn't make sense, but it works in the cartoon. You know what I mean? Like, those kind of like cartoonish.
He was trying to overheat the reactor.
Yeah, like overpower it or like get it to overheat. Yeah, like, you know, like, but
that makes sense.
Yeah, like if you don't break down like it needing to be like something like explained, like, yeah, like I saw it and I was like, bet I'm about that. That's pretty cool. Like, go ahead. Like, did it make sense? Like, how Bastian was able to like teleport and do all this other stuff? Not really. But then they were like, oh, it's because he's not teleporting, he's jumping through the multiverse.
No,
and it's like
because he took cables
computer.
So he has it. Yeah. So
and that's why he was able to time slip
like,
and stuff.
These are things that, you know, maybe on the surface you might not be able to understand, but if you think about it, it's all there.
But that's the thing, like, the storyline at the very end, continuity wise, I feel like they're taking a lot of liberties on how they're getting to these points in history. And again, like, the Marvel universe has kind of like dropped the ball many times with this. I'm not saying that this guy's going to drop the ball or whoever's working on the story. He has to have it all planned out, right? He's got to have it all planned out in some way. Like you said, you feel that story wise, there were points of the story that were rushed, and you believe it was because they weren't going to have a season 2. But now they have a season 2 and they got to work through those moments that they decided to rush. And do they pull it off? I don't know. The first season went pretty well. We'll have to wait until the second season.
Pretty well.
Yeah, it went really well.
It's got a 99% on. This is what I'm talking about. Pretty well. It's got, you can't get any better. You can get 100%.
Yeah, but like, look, this is the same thing. This is the same thing as like Homeward Bound or the Spider-Man. This is exactly what I was telling David about this earlier.
Nobody disliked this movie.
It's the same thing about Spider-Man Homeward Bound or whatever. Like, everybody liked that movie, but it didn't make sense. It was just the fact that you had 3 Spider-Men and 5 villains from the past that everybody got tickled and gave it a 99. The thing that you were telling me was the action was cool, the stories were great, but then at the very end you were like, yeah, but it was rushed. The multiverse, it really didn't make sense. Like, you weren't even like thinking about the whole like apocalypse storyline, the Age of Apocalypse, to the Abonar Sewer story, like all of those correlating with Kang the Conqueror. That doesn't make sense either. Like there's a lot of things that they're going to catch up to that they're going to have to make sense. And I just feel like the Age of Apocalypse
are you basing this off of, you're basing your reaction?
I'm basing off of Marvel history. Like, I'm basing off Marvel history and what the cinematics are doing.
Instead of just living in the moment and taking with what they're giving you. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm living in the moment. I'm living in the moment. I'm just not letting my guard down to trash.
This is the best. This is the best writing that this was written better than Endgame. Like, this is a written better. Endgame, first off, Endgame's not even the best movie. I don't know why you're making that face. Fucking whatchamacallit?
It correlated to 10 years of film and it made it work.
All right. It definitely worked, but even fucking, what was the one before that?
Infinity War?
Infinity War was better. Infinity War was better than Endgame. Mm-hmm. So like that's what I'm saying. Like, there's I get where everyone's fascination with Endgame, and it is good. But it's not even the best one in this 2-story arc. So it's like, this is 99%, which means like, do you understand how hard that shit is? Spider-Man No Way Home, which is strictly, since you wanted to bring that up, it's strictly fanfare. It is strictly made to just get us excited. The story doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be a certain level of expectation. It's just there to get us all excited. And that wasn't even a 99. This is something that was written awesome, that had everyone's peak that watched it, and it got a 99% audience score. That's fucking wild. Like, that is something special. And I don't.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not
like
special.
that's. You don't make it sound like it's not special.
Oh, that's just my opinion on how I take it. But look, I mean, even right now, you're talking about the idea of Spider-Man No Way Home being nostalgia berries, and it did this and that, and all this stuff. It's sitting at pretty much the same format as X-Men 97. Like, it's scored the exact same way. The same people that liked that film and said it was the greatest shit on the planet, even though you literally just said it was just nostalgia berries.
Yeah. So this
rating.
So for the and I'm not gonna, because this is like being minuscule about this.
Yeah.
But it's at a 93%. That means that there's still some people that thought that it could have done better. X-Men 97 is at a 99, which means like there's literally almost nobody that thought that they could have done better than this.
So do you think that's better than Spider-Man No Way Home?
There's a huge difference. Let me ask you, would you rather watch X-Men 97 or Spider-Man No Way Home?
That's a good question.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll let you. I'll let you answer. I'll let you answer.
No. I'm thinking about it. Like, I mean, for what it's worth, like, I mean, I saw the entire season of X-Men already, and I was good with it. But there's no, for me, the rewatchability is right not there as much as Spider-Man No Way Home. I can rewatch Spider-Man No Way Home a lot.
That's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you.
You asked me what
I didn't ask you what has a better rewatch. I asked you which one would you rather. Which one did you like more? You like
which one did I like more?
Yeah.
I like Spider-Man No Way Home more
than X-Men 97.
Mm-hmm. I did. That's just my opinion. I mean,
no, I just said okay. I said all right.
Yeah, like for me, I like Spider-Man No Way Home. I thought it was I mean, but then again, I have my nitpicks for that movie also. You know what I mean? Again, I thought it was cool because of the action sequences and everything they did, all the correlation of all the characters coming together and working together and doing this stuff. That was awesome. But the story itself was very lackluster. You know, that's just what it was. And to me, like, the X-Men story had a lot of great cameos, had a lot of fucking a lot of badass action sequences. But the story to me is kind of, you know, a little, you know, I need something more. Like, if I see the season 2 and I see it pop off and it's like, hey, you know what? They kept the momentum going. The stories are making sense. They're really correlating to each other. By all means, dude, like, I'll be like, hey, you know what? Like, X-Men was really about it. But I just feel like you get the first season, people were more hyped about the action and what the characters were doing by kicking and punching and shooting lasers and jumping and popping. Yeah, all the nostalgia stuff was there. Like the nostalgia, but there wasn't a lot of people, in my opinion, that were like really hyped about what the story was technically about. Magneto, it was the same shit as what he did in the first, you know, fucking seasons of the other X-Men. It's just a retelling of the same shit. Like, well, you know, yeah. The Bastion story was okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else
I didn't say anything. I literally haven't said anything. I've been letting you talk. I mean, if that's how you feel, I get it. It did it for me. I think that this is probably the best written shit that we've gotten since and I said since Endgame. I think I actually thought it was written and executed even better than Endgame, if that's in my opinion. I put this right on par with some of the best stuff that Marvel has come out with. And I think that's, and regardless of whether or not this is, you know, rated what it is, it is good to know that I'm not the only one that feels that, to make me know I'm not, you know, crazy or whatever. I'm not just like glazing over the show, but yeah, man, it hit hard. I think that it's something to look forward to in a time where Marvel needed this. And that's another aspect of this. And that's there's so much that we could probably sit here. We could probably talk about this show for the whole fucking 2 hours. But like, Marvel needed this, bro.
Yes,
they needed.
They needed a win.
they needed this, bro. Like
they needed to win.
Even though it's on the animation, and the one knock that Marvel has had for years is their animation.
I was just about to say, like, I'll fucking die on that platform, and I'll say I would rewatch the fuck out of this than What If. I would rewatch the fuck out of this than the entire first and second season of What If.
Yeah.
What If, like, they're doing a trilogy and they were like, it's going to be the best trilogy and all this shit. And I'm like, What If wasn't supposed to be a correlating story. It was supposed to be a bunch of like different stories, all like, it's What If, like that. It's not supposed to, like, you know what I mean? And that's what they've ended up doing. They're trying to be like, no, What If is a real thing. All those people are going to be Avengers too. And it's like, nah, bitch, like you lost the whole fucking idea of what If is. It's just them like fucking dangling keys out and making us like, oh man, and then it getting traction and then fucking using it. Like this story, the X-Men story, you dangle that shit in front of me and say, hey, you know what? There's a possibility these motherfuckers can get into the movies. I would be like, okay, cool. I could see that shit. But What If, no. What If I don't give a fuck if any of those characters come out in Secret Wars? If you bring these characters in, I'd be about it.
I did like and I think we talked about this here where we were like ranking certain shit on Disney Plus, and I really liked the What If series. I think to me I enjoyed that more than a lot of shit on the Disney Plus series. But when it comes to the animation department, this is leading.
Yeah, the X-Men story kicked the shit out of it.
This is leading the pack there. And again, I think that Marvel needed this win. I think with Deadpool and Wolverine following up on this, I think this is a good 1-2 punch. And that's a good look. Now, what happens in the future, I'm not gonna wrap my head around that because that will take me
That's
out
for another
what I'm feeling right now. I want to enjoy this. Like, we sit here and ridicule Marvel and ridicule all these departments and companies about a shit job that they do. When they finally get something right, bro, I want to give them their flowers, man. Like, I don't want to undersell it. I want to give them their flowers and be acknowledged that they did a fucking great job. And that's what they did here. And they did a fucking great job.
Yeah, straight up. I think, like I said, it wasn't like they landed the entire show. They landed the ending very well. There was a lot of excitement. You know, my thing is, like I said, I feel like there's a possibility like it could get a little bit botched up like later series. But for right now, you know, I'm not going to lie. They landed the ending, man. They really did. And that's what I was kind of like, I was hoping they would. That, you know, there was a couple of episodes, I think, like the, what was it? The Psylocke episode? No, the Jubilee episode was kind of you know, it was just like a filler episode or whatnot. But even at the end, they kind of like went back to that by giving her that opportunity to like kind of like use like the cutting powers, like where she was able to like kind of like dictate it. And it's like, okay, cool. Like without that episode, that wouldn't have made any fucking sense. You know what I mean? So like they did kind of like turn back and bring it back to that episode. Like there was a lot of like turnbacks that made a lot of sense. And there was even like I saw someone made a post about it, about an episode where Rogue kind of goes rogue and she goes after like the American military, right? She does like a flip and comes down like with a sidekick.
So when she went after General Ross.
Yeah, and that fucking kick is from Marvel versus Capcom. It's one of her secret moves. Like that was like, oh shit! Like they found a way to really like bring a lot of the different.
They did their homework, bro. That's what I originally said. They took their time. They gave a shit. They did. They there was multiple times where they incorporated the video games into this show. Like these are people that know what the fuck they're doing. Like these are the people that have played the video games that know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah,
like
I
that needs to be acknowledged, and applauded. Like that's
even at this episode, wasn't there a part where he's like Cyclops fighting Bastion? Yeah, it's Cyclops, and then he opens up the big beam, and like I was like, holy fuck, dude, that was really fucking cool. That was really, really cool. Yeah, there were some really good points in this episode, man. There were some really good points overall. Overall, there was some really great stuff on the season. The brave always die first.
And that's a callback from the first, and that's a callback from the first first season. So, like, yeah, again, these are very heady people, and they did a great job. That's what
How did you feel about David? Have you seen this last episode, or are you still kind of behind on it?
We've already ruined it for him, by the way.
We fucked the whole episode up. No, I'm just kidding. We haven't even really talked about it, dude. We're just talking about the season itself.
It don't bother me, bro. I'm cool with the spoilers, but when I saw up to 5, it was really good. I just haven't had a chance to see it with everything going on.
To finish it out.
Yeah. It doesn't It doesn't let you down. Even
Yeah.
even if we spoiled it for you somewhat, I don't think it lets you
Well,
down.
I don't think we've said anything really about the episode or anything like that. We haven't really given much. Actually, the thing that I was going to ask you, Brian, how did you feel about the whole like the Magneto and Xavier thing, like in the mind, like how they like kind of like played that out, like the water, like did it like make a lot of sense? Like for me, I was kind of a little lost for a little moment where I was kind of like, what does it even mean? Like, what does the water represent? Like, what did I miss there?
I don't think you missed anything. I think that the water was just supposed to represent his mind, like his I don't think there was anything else that could represent your mind
Okay.
in somewhat of like a metaphoric way, except for just a vast ocean that wherever your memories are lost. Because you got to understand that Magneto he's fucked up, bro. He's broken.
Yeah,
He's
he's got a lot of
broken,
stuff.
and he's got a lot of baggage, and Xavier needed to piece him back together, or so we
Yeah.
think. Whatever happens, moving forward, we don't know, but like he needed to piece him back together. And he tried, and I think that's what the water represented, was just
Like
his
overwhelmingness.
it was just his vast mind. I think it was just him. That's like his mind. The ocean is where all of his memories lie, and he needed to accept it and to overcome that. Like a big body of water, because if you think about it, like the water was very choppy and was very like rocky, and
Yeah,
all
it was
that
like
stuff.
slapping around and stuff
It
like
was
that.
snapping around, so it's like it was just a metaphor for his mind. I think.
Yeah, because I was kind of like there was a part where he says like the water, like he says something about the water, right? Like he brings it up, and Xavier is telling him when he's Magnus or whatever. And he says something on how the water is supposed to signify something, and I was like, wait, did I miss something? Like there was a lot of like tricky wording that kind of caught me off guard, but I did understand it without the explanation. I just wanted to know if I might have missed something. Like that's really all that there was.
I just I don't think, and even if there was, I don't think it was that
Too crazy, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was anything. Yeah.
Robert, okay. George, what's up, Georgie? Good to see you, man. Says, but seriously, no, what the hell happened to the Spider-Verse
I've been wanting
movie?
to talk about that.
The Spider-Verse, what happened to it?
No, Jorge was talking. I wanted to bring that up last week. We didn't get around to it. I wanted that to be a topic, but we just never got around to it. I haven't played it yet, but I'm definitely getting that game. That game looks fucking amazing.
The Spider-Verse game?
No, the Marvel Rivals game.
Marvel what? Oh, Rivals, the Rivals game. Oh shit, yeah, the Overwatch version. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people playing the demo, and it looks sharp as shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Robert says, I would like for us to get the Spider-Man animated series back from 97 or 95, whatever the hell, because the couple seconds Mary Jane finally, yeah, they came out in the show, right? There's like a cameo. And like the way that show ended is I think Mary Jane is missing in the multiverse. So like I guess he found her because she was missing at the end of that show.
I think Bo DeMeo confirmed that he found her.
Okay. Well, yeah. He also confirmed the morph scene. So did you see that or no?
Did I see what?
The morph part? Like, did you hear about that? So there was a lot of people talking about like there's a scene in the episode where I don't want to spoil anything for David, but like morph.
Just do it, bro.
We literally spoiled the whole.
We haven't talked
show,
anything about this series.
We've done spoilers. Like we told him about Apocalypse. We told him about everything. Like,
that's
at this point,
there's a scene. Of course, after Wolverine has his adamantium ripped out of his body, he is having a hard amount of time struggling getting his healing factor to kick in because of all the trauma. So the healing factor is trying to fix his body in different parts. It just doesn't know where to fix. So he's trying to focus his healing power to heal himself again. But he's traumatic in the brain, he's messed up, and in the body. So he's having troubles. Cyclops comes in and drops some very interesting, like, you better not, like, knowing that he loves Jean Grey, and if he was to die, it would break Jean Grey's heart and hurt her. He leans over and tells her, you better not hurt her and you better heal. You know what I mean? Like it was a good scene for Cyclops as a friend and as the team captain and kind of like, pulling rank in front of Wolverine. It was a good heartfelt a scene. And then there's a scene with Morph. Morph is sitting down next to him as he's healing, or not healing, but still suffering. And Wolverine says Jean Grey's name, and Morph sitting behind him says, she's not here. but I can give that to you. And then he changes into Jean Grey and says, I love you. Like, I love you, Wolverine, or whatever. I love you. What did she say? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah, she said something like that. So a lot of people were asking.
They say.
Yeah, a lot of people were asking, like, well, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, is it morph? Like, a lot of us, well, for me, I took it as that because I knew the character from the very beginning, from the old school in the comic books, where he was sitting there taking care of his friend, and he knew that that's what he needed for that moment, right? He needed Jean Grey to tell him, like, I'm here with you, to kind of like quell the mind a little bit. But the director came out and said that it was actually Morph, the character, coming out and saying that he loved Wolverine, like himself, like that he was actually like in love with him. So acting kind of like putting into place that there's like some type of like a romantic interest in Morph to Wolverine. So I was gonna ask you guys, how do you feel about that? Because like originally in the show, like it wasn't really like that back in the day. But how do you feel about that now being a part in the story? Like, do you feel like it's a big thing or a bad thing or a good thing or a wrong thing or what?
David?
Well, David hasn't seen it yet.
I haven't caught that part, bro. I know that there's a lot of hype about that stuff with Morph and Wolverine going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it ties into the storyline, and I haven't seen it, just kind of what you described for me for the scene, I think because since I'm such a nerd person, it's gonna make more sense to me. Like, it's not what other people want it to be. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah, because that's not the way my brain went to it first. I kind of was like, because again, like from the resource material and all that stuff, like I just figured like he did it to help him. Like he did it because he's like, he's my friend and I love this guy. Which I mean, they can still go in that if it doesn't make a point like they want to do, he can always just flip it and be like, nah, like it wasn't like that. It was a friend helping a person that was dying, and it was a serious matter, and he was willing to make that sacrifice. You know what I mean? But yeah,
that's just me. I don't know what Brian thinks. I know Brian's got more info on it than I do.
I honestly they when the show was first announced and Morph was going to be in the show, they made it a point to make sure that they said that
non-binary
was non-binary or binary, I should say. And if you watch the interaction with Wolverine the entire season, there are clues there. And that's what I think I said in the chat. So it didn't surprise me at all. Morph has feelings for Wolverine, and I think it was twofold. I think that was for Wolverine, or that scene in general, I mean specifically, was for Wolverine and for Morph. It was for both of them. So do I care? Do I care? Not at all. I don't give a shit. Like I don't care.
Okay. Like, so it doesn't, like, it really doesn't matter if it is or isn't, like,
if it is or isn't what?
Like, if it is or like isn't, like that they're going to kind of continue with the story and make that a matter, even though it's never been canon like that with the character at all for Wolverine. I don't even think it was canon for.
This isn't a thing about Wolverine though. It's a thing about it's about Morph. Wolverine is unconscious. This is
I see what you're saying.
This is Morph in their feelings. So this has nothing to do with Wolverine. This is not making Wolverine,
like a bisexual character or something like that.
Like, so I don't think that's the lens we should look at this, because then all hell will break loose and people would start storming castle. This is about Morph and their feelings for Wolverine, which is, I mean, it's not something that I know of, in the comics. So I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me.
So like if they were to add a bisexual reference to Wolverine, like how would you take that into consideration as a fan or whatnot of the X-Men? Like, would you be okay with it? Would it be something that you're like, all right, cool, like let's see where it goes? Or would it be something that you would be like, and this is just me asking, it doesn't really matter. It's like, to me, it doesn't matter because again, the character is like 300 something years old. I mean, him dating girls. Yeah, there's probably like some interview with a vampire.
I mean, he's been around for 300 years. He's had to suck a dick at some point, bro.
I'm kind of, and that's kind of like I'm not saying the character's
300 years, bro. He's had to suck a dick at one point, bro.
He's gonna do something. Like, you're gonna kiss a dude in 300 years. You're gonna look for something. If Drake's out there doing weird shit, if Pete is doing it in a fucking 40-year fucking span. 300 years of fucking,
It's a
he
long
made
time,
use of
bro.
it. That's a long motherfucking time.
He's had to have some wild nights, bro. I'm just saying. Cocaine's been around for a long time.
Very interview. Okay, so let's just put it out there. Very Interview of the Vampire, right? The Interview of the Vampire story is like the reason why they do that is because there's so much time. You find love in different venues or whatever. Hey, what's up, dude? How's it going, Junior? So like that concept of like Wolverine doing something.
Wait, did he hear me say that? Did he?
No, you're good.
No,
he
just jumped in to say
You're
hi.
good. He just went to say good night. You're good.
I like how Brian's like, oh no, did your one son in the room hear me? Rather than the hundreds of people watching the podcast normally are like, fuck those guys.
Listen. At this point, I've been on this show for about 2-3 years, bro.
Oh yeah, they probably heard way worse.
You set yourself up for that, but for like some random kid just being in a room, I would apologize for that. But if you didn't hear it,
fucking hey. So Eels is in the comment section. He's like, off topic. I fucking hate Chris because I got him hooked on Arcane. Again, Brian, you haven't seen Arcane yet, did you? But you saw it, yeah. No, you didn't get to see it after all?
No.
Dude, I got Eels to watch it.
I told you I was gonna watch it, and
you totally. And I know. So it's not something that really catches your eye or nothing like that. But like Eels and I had just got done. We were watching a bunch of animes. We were watching Jujutsu Kaisen. We didn't finish it yet, but we saw the movie up to the movie part. Getting into the next season, we saw a new one called Kaiju number 8. That show is good. It's about a dude who like swallows like a kaiju animal, comes into like his like hospital room and jumps into his mouth and makes him eat him, and then he becomes like a man-sized kaiju and he's fighting like big Godzillas. It's very cool, very fucking cool. And then we saw Solo Leveling, which is another good anime if anybody's out there to watch. We were just talking a little bit of anime, but yeah, I told him about Arcane and he was like, yeah, I guess I'm not really like a big league, like I'm a okay like league fan or whatever, and I'm not really interested. It didn't catch my, and he started watching it. I guess he really fucking liked it, man. So good on you, my man. Good on you. But yeah, I wanted to ask because again, with the Wolverine and Morph thing. I don't know if Morph was ever recognized as that when it was a younger thing back in the day in the comic books too. Like, I don't know if that was a thing. So like if people are having difficulty with Wolverine, like are they going to have as much difficulty understanding if this person, the director decides to add this to the character of Morph, like his life? Like, how do you feel if they change that from like an original character? Because what if he was like a normal guy, into females only, straight, and then they end up making his character like this now? You know what I mean? Like, do you guys feel like that's a discernment to the original character, or do you feel like they should and could be able to move this into a better storyline for the character? Because Morph, like, I'm not going to fucking stand up for this guy. Like, I didn't fucking give a shit about his character back in the fucking old school X-Men TV show. He was okay, but he was annoying as fuck. So I'm not about to stand up, but making him to what they're doing right now, it's kind of making him an interesting character. It's getting society, it's getting the community to talk about him again. Like, do you think that's a positive, or do you feel like, it's like a discernment to the original story?
What's it called? I'll chime in real quick, bro. I think it's good because it's going to buy in a different crowd, at least to be like attached to the new 97 season and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's already normalized for us. We're adults. You know what I mean? It kind of grew up with us, like Brian was saying. So I think it's good for like to get people more involved. I think if you do shine a negative light on it, you're going to get the negative results, right? If you're looking for negative things, you're going to find it. Does it define the character? I mean, I didn't read too much of the beginning source material, just kind of what was, streamlined at the time, which was the animated series. Mm-hmm. So if there was some hint of that, while growing up, I didn't catch it,
yeah.
But that's just me.
But
I mean,
catch that shit in 95, bro. Like, I mean, in
97. Yeah, that's the thing. The people were scared to even bring that up in conversation back then. So like, you make a character like that in a kid's cartoon, you'd get fucking crucified during that time.
But
so like, maybe they just have a chance.
I don't know. What do you think, Brian?
Is it good? Do I think it's a good thing? I do think it's a good thing. I think any see, it's a fine line, right? Because it's Disney. Yeah. If this was like Warner Brothers or something like that, you know what? It's gonna be okay. I don't know how far they're willing to go with this because it is Disney. But I don't mind it. I don't mind, where they are. And as far as I'm concerned, they can go as far as they fucking want. Like David said, we're adults. So if that's it, listen, if that's where you want to take it, by all means go, and then whatever comes with it comes with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just
The
stand
goods
on
and the
it.
bads and stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
just stand on it. I'm tired of Disney half-assing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tiptoeing.
like tiptoeing and half-assing it. If you're gonna do it, then just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And and take what comes with it. But I think any publicity or any light on this show is good. So
I mean, it's
kind of piggybacking off of what David said, it brings in another community that probably doesn't have a reason to watch the show before. Now it gives them a reason to watch.
It's real crazy because like the whole thing with Morph and Wolverine in that part, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was good. It was like a friend being there for a friend. You know what I mean? Like in a time of extreme need. Right?
But now that you know what it actually was, what do you think about it?
I'm still cool with it. I mean, okay. I think it's still great because like, let's say Morph's character, right? Let's say he comes out being gay, right? And he loves Logan or whatever. I have gay friends that I appreciate them in my life. And if they love me in a sense of like a brother, a friend or whatever, I love them back. I love my straight friends. I think they're great people and I would die on that sort. So if I would see them in any nature, I'm not going to be like, brother, like that fucking meme, brother. I'm not going to do that to him. I'm going to be there till the end. And that's just like, could it be just a bromance between a man and another man who's gay? Yeah, why not?
But it's not that simple because if Morph is non-binary, it's not him being.
It's
gay.
Not gay.
It's not gay.
It's just love.
It's he or they are non-binary, so it's not gay.
Okay, so but we have to take into consideration that Morph's powers kicked in when he was like 12, 13, and he was born a male. So like, just because he has morphine abilities, he wasn't born that way. Like they kicked in just like every other mutant ability. So right now he's considered binary or non-binary, right? But like, yeah, like right now I would see it in the sense of like you say, like being that he's non-binary, it's just love. Like it's just love for what it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. I hear people like, there's a lot of people in communities and stuff in Reddit and all this stuff that are all like, nah, like it's them putting the gay agenda and the LGBTQ and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, look, dude, during that time period in history, you would be ridiculed a lot just to add that into comic books and cartoons and all that other stuff. And right now it's more accessible. Right now it's more acceptable also. Why not let these people attempt to do something with characters that have been existent that could pull that trait off, that could pull that lifestyle off? Like, why not? I mean, they did it with Mystique. Mystique right now is the father of Nightcrawler and the mother is Destiny. So like how that happens, I don't know. But I mean, they have to kind of explain that a little bit more in the comic books, but they have that going on. Why aren't many people talking about that? If that's the case, why aren't they complaining about that scene? But yeah, I think it's a great thing. I actually really thought that was very heartfelt. Same thing with the Cyclops thing. When he came in and did the thing with Ring, I thought it was just, I thought it was good. I thought it was in class. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was very classy for both characters to be there like that. So, David, I can't wait for you to see it. So that way you can give us your opinion on that side too. But
I got you 100%.
Brian, overall, I'm going to guess that your rating's like a 9.9 out of 99999.
Like a 50 out of 10, bro.
Yeah, you really, really enjoyed it. For me, like I said, it's like a high 7 going into the 8th. I think it was pretty good. Like, George is like class, like X-Men First Class. Yes, exactly like that. I'm gonna give it like a high 7 going into the 8s. I think it was very well done. Like I said, they landed the ending. The show was good. The show was good. I'm just a little worried on the pacing of the storyline and how they're gonna introduce the multiverse and if they're gonna be like recycling assets that they did way back in the day and trying to sell it off as if it's a new story. I just don't want them to do that. I want them to be able to like stand on their own and not take from the old show like that. So yeah, really excited for season 2. I hope it pulls off like the way season 1 did. And guys and girls out there in the video world, thank you guys for tuning in with us. We appreciate every one of you for always saying, for hanging out with us. And what did you guys think of X-Men 97? Make sure you guys drop it in the comment section or hit us up in our DMs or let us know through comment section. We appreciate every one of you as always. We appreciate all you guys for always supporting us and coming through every Sunday. Guys, what do you got going on this week, man? Brian, I don't know if you saw, I'm working on a studio, man.
Yeah, I saw it. I was here in the chat earlier when you were talking about it.
What do you think, man? Did you get to see the pictures and stuff? I gotta send you pictures.
Yeah, I liked them.
So like our goal is to eventually be able to move the podcast there, like on the Sundays. But the problem is the club is open up at that time. Little Leon, what's up, my dude? In the comment section, Eels' his son. I play Fortnite with that kid. He's a fucking killer, man. I suck at Fortnite. Brian will tell you. Brian, we haven't played Fortnite in a while. I'm gonna disappoint you.
I haven't played Fortnite in.
Probably
since the last time I played with you.
Yeah, I would disappoint you so bad, even worse than I did the last time. Our goal is to make sure we try to get the podcast that way. Right now, the club is open during that time, so the sound is super crazy, dude. So I wouldn't be able to get to it yet, but eventually. You're going to be the guy on the little TV, dude. I'm going to put a TV on the table, and you're going to be Brian there on the TV.
Nice.
Like Space Coast to Coast, baby. Brian, it's always good to have you, man. I know you're always working, and I'm so happy that you're able to join us. Anything going on? Anything in particular you want to kind of do a shout-out or let people know about?
Honestly, I'm just working. I got
he's cracked.
Gonna be in Mexico in November, so just gonna
Mexico
money. Yeah, my sister's getting married, so gonna be out there. So
what part of Mexico are you gonna be in?
I don't know. They booked everything. We went through a travel agent. I haven't even looked at the itinerary yet, but
probably like a Cancun or something like that, like a resort.
I think so. I don't think it's Cancun. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. So that's the only thing that's on the horizon. And just working. I'm looking forward to that. I was thinking earlier today. Originally the game plan was to start back up Gym Class Majors podcast.
Oh, nice.
and we're still going to do that, but I'm thinking about just starting a live stream daily, because I think that what a lot of people are missing the opportunity on doing is catching things when they happen.
Like right at the moment.
I think that's the easiest and quickest way to get exposure. Just when people, because by the time whenever whoever releases, they probably done looked at 15, 16, 17 different fucking videos about whatever topic or whatever.
Yeah, so like being right on the moment.
Thinking about starting to do a live stream, maybe out of the Gym Class Majors YouTube. So been giving that a lot of thought. So
let us know so that way we can support you, man, and put it out there.
Man, no, trust me. You guys will trust me. I will be on here letting everybody know. So don't worry. I will let you guys know.
For sure. And David, what's up, man? Let us know what's going on. What's up with your life?
Nothing much. So I'm working on a second YouTube channel for charity work. I'm gonna keep it kind of vague right now. Kind of got inspired when the office burnt down. I had some people send me donations, and I felt bad. Like it just felt kind of weird, getting money,
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, here, take a pop, take a shirt, So I'm gonna work on that this week, and then just gotta relocate some stuff, bro. But besides that, I got the podcast Friday night 8 p.m. I'm working on doing once a week or once a month. I'm gonna bring a small business owner onto the podcast.
Very nice.
So very nice, for example, like if they have a certain restaurant or whatever, like Dippin' Burger or whatever, bring Carlos on there, have him discuss, the stages of that. The advertisers like Josh and stuff, maybe my brother, kind of some of the guests I want to get already lined up for that. Just to have something different, you know what I mean? Like
just a hustle, man.
Yeah.
Hustle and flow, baby. Well, good boys. Good to have you guys on. I appreciate every one of you guys. Don't forget Adam Collections. Don't forget 8 p.m. Friday nights. Make sure you guys tune in here live on Facebook. Same thing on their YouTube channel. It's got multiple streams just like the way we do here. Guys, don't forget when Brian starts, you guys make sure you watch all that shit. You guys make sure. I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys here next Sunday here on the Average Boys podcast. Hope you have a good weekend. Stay safe, and be good to each other. Laters. See if I can find this, man. I can't even look around this thing.